to get the benefit of the blessing, you don't look at the people that's not getting the blessing.
I'm not getting the blessing right now. I have never got the fucking blessing my entire life. That's what you're not understanding.
But why do you
when do I get the blessing? When is it my turn?
Let me explain to you.
When is it your turn to find 100,000 outside in a bag
it's gonna be
to
your
not return?
It's going to be your turn when you get the envy. God is trying to teach you a lesson. I'm serious. You got to get envy and jealousy out of your heart or you will not be rewarded. Why would he reward you?
Why wouldn't he?
I don't usually battle with that, but I'm envious right now. I have to get rid of it. It's something I identify with. When we were over here the other night,
I wouldn't say envy.
We were sitting over here the other night and I was watching him on the couch.
I looked it up. Envious is different.
Yeah, James.
I'm not resentful.
I was like,
because I have to go to work.
I was like, nice.
I'm not resentful. I'm just jealous. I want it to be. I want to be a part of it too. Because I'm not resentful towards these people. I'm happy they're getting blessed. I just want to get blessed
Me too. That's my thing.
I'm not saying I want our friends that do that
be my friends.
to not collect that bread.
That's what envy and jealousy
I don't care.
Yeah.
Get up.
A feeling of this.
Envy is you
resentful long being aroused by someone else's possession.
You're the messenger, right? Tell me
happy you have this.
Told you.
Tell me when
I want us all to have it.
It's
If you
your
had it,
turn.
if all four of us was just getting 1,000 a week, that'd be great.
That would be great.
Just do
This would
it.
be $200,000 in this room right
My
now.
feet would be kicked.
Oh, a year.
My feet would be
But you're
kicked
right.
up right here.
Why not? Why wouldn't it be? There'd be
Yeah,
all
but I'm
kinds of
just
shit.
saying.
Y'all be recording
blessed.
podcasts later.
You'll be blessed.
on.
As you continue to grow and get that
Y'all
envy
get
out of your heart,
more
you have
props,
got to stop
skits, everything.
They knew
looking
not to
at-
give the Noahidols, what,
That's what I'm saying.
$12,000 a month.
Man.
and then not have us work. I mean, because
That's what I'm saying. Y'all would
They knew
record
not to give.
That's the
they
deal
knew
breaker
not to
for
give
me.
us that.
Y'all would
That's the
take
deal
off.
breaker.
That's what I'm
Man,
saying,
I'd
though.
buy.
And then
That's
you
what I'm saying.
know-
There would be so much more shit in here.
They don't make that. I mean, I'm all joking around, but they don't make that much more than me. So like, it's not like the money's the difference. The difference is me working.
Free time.
I do not want to be working. I mean,
time.
especially this week. All jokes aside.
No, that is the difference.
That's a double almost. Of
I mean, it is a double, but I'm
That's a
saying
double.
They
What I
make
make.
twice.
Oh, they make
They make 2,000 every 2 weeks. You're not
They make
bringing
like $700-800. They don't be making $1,000 a week. They make like $800 a week.
Oh, still.
It's still a lot of money, and that's
Some
still
people
more.
make- 'cause
And that's
the-
I
that's
thought it was like 1,000.
That did bring
It's
home
closer to
$600
that,
every week. That's
most
still more.
people
I mean,
are
I'm saying it
collecting,
ain't
their
that much.
unemployment's like $250 to fucking $400.
Yeah.
And then an extra $600.
Yeah,
Run that.
yeah. I need that. I need all that.
But most of them be that $250, so it'd be like $750.
And I don't got
Everybody
work.
I know got like
$850.
$850.
Like you said, though,
Nonetheless,
the
that's
icing on the
ridiculous.
cake is that you don't have to
Nonetheless.
work.
That's
Huh?
ridiculous.
That's my thing.
That's the only thing. That
Listen,
I
all
can,
the
it
time-
ain't the money.
last
I
week-
can-
I would almost take less money and not have to work.
Me too.
Bro,
I would take a pay cut at work and not have to work
Me
if I
too.
can get that check.
Me too. A little bit of money. If I was $100, $200 on the
But not now. I'm over it. Like,
No,
give
Not
me
now.
that
Yeah,
work.
me too.
No, I'm saying
Me
like
too.
in general, I would do that.
Yeah, back
Me
in
too.
the. You talking about back in
We'll
the.
do
You
it
talking
now.
about just in general?
In
Right now.
general, I would do that.
If I
would
could
do
put
it
my
now.
job
My
and get
job-
paid-
not work.
If my
And
job
this-
came to me and said, "Hey,
Okay, I know you
just
make-
pay $200
yeah.
less, you don't got to work."
I know you make $25 an
No,
hour
you don't have
now.
to work.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah,
Who wouldn't take that?
You make $25 now an hour, but why don't you go down to $18 an hour and never come in and do nothing?
15.
Yeah, that's
Nigga,
free
what?
money.
10.
Yeah.
No, I'll take anything if I don't have to come into work. Why? I mean, you're getting paid for free, and then
And then
you
you
just go
get a
do
new
something
job.
else.
Nah, but
Oh,
say-
I mean, I'm
saying-
saying the way that you would like you have to like.
this is your job.
Yeah,
This
that's
is you
your
can't
job.
get another job.
Yeah, that's
So
what
I'm not
I mean, yeah,
taking
you
10.
could do any. I mean, you
No,
could use
that's
your
not
free
fair
time.
because right
yeah.
now the people that's not getting unemployment, they can go and boss up
They
and
do
do
be
something.
double dipping.
But they can't
Yeah,
get a
that's
job.
what I'm saying.
Huh?
Yeah, they can. That's what
But
some
then
people-
they'll lose their unemployment.
no, they're
benefits.
not. I know people who are doing both right now.
Yeah, but that's fraud.
I'm just saying.
All up, and that's fraud.
Listen, this whole past week, I'm not bullshitting. You.
IRS is going to do
You
something.
thought I
shady
didn't
to
work
you.
a lot like other time? I've been working out there.
No, you haven't.
I'm saying, and
It's
yes,
fraud.
I have. This last week, y'all, bro, I didn't do almost anything. I cannot
I,
like.
I can vouch for that.
Moved your mouse to
alright.
make sure your computer stayed awake.
You already know.
That's about it.
Like I couldn't.
That's good.
Tell
Oh,
me-
you ain't been working either.
That's why I'm really not complaining because
Because you see about
bank
30
life is
customers
cool right
a day.
now.
My shit has just been
But-
fucked up. Like I just do not feel like working at all, bro.
Bank
It's
life
insane.
is cool right
Bank
now.
life is cool right now.
Don't gotta go in.
Max of 10 transactions a day.
Man, must be nice.
Anyway, how in the
Okay.
fuck did we get on this?
Jealousy.
Jealousy.
Oh yeah.
All right, well let's talk
Man,
about
don't
something
kill
else.
my vibe.
Dang, y'all was talking about something and I was thinking. Go ahead, somebody.
It got you to thinking.
Yeah, have me thinking.
I got a think piece for y'all.
Okay. I like think pieces.
Okay, what is the rules? How can somebody run away and like come back and be found safe, like what is the rules for?
Are you talking about old girl?
Yes, but that scenario got me thinking because that's happened. I've known people that's done that, and like the government, and not the government, but like
Law enforcement
and stuff steps in, and then like they get like child protective services involved. Like, how does that? Do y'all know? Or I don't even know how to pose the question, but how could your life go back to normal after you try? You attempt to, if you're missing for a week or whatever, and then you come back home. Like, are you under supervision? Like, how does that work? It just bothers me.
So someone that goes missing and then are found.
Yeah.
So context.
I'm about to say, no context.
The context is that you're found and you ran away under your own.
Well, this is a real scenario.
Yes, this is a real scenario.
The context is, old girl, what was it? I don't know what the date was. Whatever the date was, went missing. Supposedly, everybody, bro, and they even put a picture up of another man that said, be on the lookout for him.
Well, yeah, because they found
may have
information
on where she's at. Plastered his face everywhere.
Wreck.
Today, came out and said, oh, she was just missing. She came home.
Well, I mean, there was more to it. I mean, there's still some fishy stuff with that story.
She parked her car at a church, left the keys in there, and left her phone. So you staged.
That's staging.
You staged.
So my whole point to this is what begs the question is, if she did all that, then what was she running away from? So that's what I'm saying.
Well, some people just want attention.
Well,
I'm not saying that's
you don't run away.
Do we remember this? This just happened in New York. Remember that girl?
Yeah.
Fake kidnapping, and then she got it was like all set.
The black girl.
Maddie
Bell.
Maddie Bell.
Yeah,
that was a new girl.
That was a new girl. But the girl in New York just last year that made the biggest a deal. Like she staged the whole kidnapping.
To get money.
Her mom was running and like chasing after her and shit.
Safe, alive.
But it's like is that a crime?
Which part?
To fake?
To stage a kidnapping.
Let me make sure that
because you got to be wasting resources.
Ridiculous.
Yes,
you're wasting resources. It's got to be.
Let me make sure that's what happened before we sign.
You're causing panic.
Her 18-year-old daughter, Madison.
First off, being 18 years old, how can you run away at being 18?
You can't. You're grown.
How can you legally run away? I'm grown.
I can do what I want.
You can say a missing person, but I'm not running away. I'm going. I left.
Missing person for sure. You don't run away.
You have no custody over me. I didn't run away. I lived. I know where I went. Where I wanted to go. Just please, if you have my child out there, please let her go. I can unsee Karen saying that now.
The point of the matter is, like she said, she didn't want. She said she's been found and she told the authorities she does not want to be contacted, and she doesn't want her location to be whatever.
You don't get to do that.
How do y'all feel about the waste of resources?
That's a waste of resources.
Well, of course it is. It's always waste all that.
They raised money for a GoFundMe. They did
all that.
And give that shit back. That's what I was thinking. But
give it back.
I don't understand. I can't. Because they're going to launch an investigation on her parents.
She wanted to start a new life. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we got some type of because I didn't get to read everything.
Right.
FBI, according to Sheriff, Maddie has told FBI investors that she, quote, wanted to start a new life, end quote.
Maddie, let me give you some advice, Maddie.
Right. Right.
Let me give you some advice. You could have saved us a lot of steps. You could have dyed your hair blonde, moved to Atlanta like everybody else does, and started a new life. I mean, that's what all the girls do.
You don't get the calls of frantic and then come back to your normal life and say, never mind.
Your life?
Say I was just kidding. No, something should be done.
Right. She could have said, hey, Mom, I'm moving to Atlanta.
And
why so?
I'm leaving. This is your start.
Yeah. But they said that...
why leave? Keys in car.
People do be having fucked up ass childhoods.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There was more. They're going to launch. They said her mother was off, and her boyfriend was off. So that's my whole point.
You know what's so funny?
What do the authorities do? Like I don't understand what happens in these scenarios.
Investigation.
How disrespectful is that? To be labeled as off.
They are.
Like, it sounds like.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? I'm not on. What are you talking about?
No,
what do you mean you're?
Yeah, I mean, I guess we don't really know.
But you know what that
was
means.
going on.
I feel off today.
I know exactly what it means.
We don't.
Type in the
really
New York girl that went missing, or New York girl fake kidnapping. Because I just want to know. I've never thought about it. But what happens legally? Like what?
What year was that?
Last year.
Last year. You need to put like fake kidnapping.
Yeah. It will come right up.
Yeah, because fake missing person.
Yep.
Bronx girl.
It was a hoax.
Hoax is wild. That's what's stupid.
And she did it because of her overprotective mother.
16.
Damn.
A mother and her 16-year-old daughter were walking down a quiet street on Monday night when two men appeared and dragged the teenager to the vehicle. She set that up.
That's right.
New Yorkers.
Just go all the way.
That's
I want to see what they said. What do they charge her with?
She had friends.
super
Like,
old.
hey, me and my mom.
No, go. Police are still determining whether she or the two men will face criminal charges. The official said the family had been contemplating a move to their native Honduras, but that whatever.
She went to Romania, which could have motivated her.
Yeah, I do remember
Old boy, Justice Smollett or whatever, he didn't get charged with nothing until he sent something through the mail, and then they charged him something federal.
I didn't know he got charged.
He got charged with something
because he's still denying it.
He was the worst.
He's still denying it.
Yeah, still.
I think it's still ongoing trial.
Yeah, it is.
But he didn't get charged with anything until he sent something through the mail or something like that.
Then it launched the whole.
And then it launched something.
Smollett.
But I just don't understand. So like, I want to know an update on her. Like, is she back to normal life? Like, how does that make sense? You run away, you crazy bitch, and then you got the whole country looking for you. And now you go back to square one. You go to school, and everybody's like, "You're the bitch."
Right, you're the crazy bitch.
I knew a girl named Angelina that lived next door to Kevin and them, and she got kidnapped. And she was gone for a while, and then they found her, and she was unharmed. She probably got raped or whatever. But like, how does your life go back to normal after that? Like, I just don't understand. I remember she was on like Walmart, missing and all that stuff, and like
they don't go missing or we.
But when they find you, because it's rare that they find you and you're unharmed.
That's
crazy.
Super rare, especially for like a girl, like the teenage girl.
It's crazy.
Can we talk about being kidnapped real quick?
Well, I was just about to say it's crazy.
See
like
it all the time on Facebook.
You
get kidnapped and the last show. That should be so dumb. But the last show you watch gotta come rescue.
Cause like a panic.
Well, it's a charge to induce panic. That's a charge.
You have to be held accountable.
But then again, it's like, bitch, I didn't induce panic. I didn't cause it.
Right.
Y'all did
that.
I was.
So the parents.
But once they start putting
I was in Texas.
pictures up,
you see that. You can see the.
I know the one dude that put their picture up. Like, what?
Man.
I don't know her from a can of paint. Like, why are y'all putting my license plate?
Yeah, but again, Maddie, Belle, girl.
Get real.
For real. I mean, you could have done this with a whole lot less.
You could have just left.
Okay, you could just way smoother.
Like, what the fuck?
And you don't come home after a couple days.
I hope I never get kidnapped. I hope I never.
Well, that ship is sailed. That's why we are privileged as men, by the way, because once you're adult men, that ship is sailed.
I was trying to tell Daniel the other day.
You don't get kidnapped.
It was just like
you don't get kidnapped as an adult man unless you did some fuck shit and you're involved in some fuck shit.
Some crazy shit, yeah. Or
something. But it's like ain't nobody about to run up on you and really kidnap you.
But me and
stinking ass man.
You know how
what do you want to do with you?
What I want with your big ass?
You know how I be on
most
cringe videos and shit. Well, one was this guy kept trying to kiss this girl, and the girl was like, just like, it was so cringy. It was a part of it, and she just kept like moving her head and everything. And Daniel was like, man, girls probably be salty in that aspect when guys like are just keep trying to kiss you and like they don't want to kiss you. I was like, yeah, D. They're females, and a lot of guys like try to force themselves, and that's the point of that's the point,
the whole thing.
That's the whole thing. I don't know if you've been outside recently, but that's the Me Too movement. That's it.
Right. Well,
got girls feeling. You know what I want to talk about real quick though. So that when you go to the notes real quick, I don't want to mess his name up. Did y'all see that WWE wrestler?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That wasn't Shad Moss, get real.
Gaspar.
That's Bow Wow. You are crazy.
He protected his kid, though.
I'm so glad I did say that, Josh.
Shad, do y'all know him? I don't remember him.
Yeah, he was part of Crime
Attack Team. I saw that.
He was part of Crime Time. The big tall diesel nigga with the boots, the Timbs. He was the worst.
What's his?
The rest is so.
Right.
I would not speak that shit, but he was the worst.
As a wrestler.
As the worst.
That's okay.
He was a great
Crime
dad.
Time wasn't good.
Yeah, that was when.
So hold on, what's his name?
the
Rest in peace, Shad Gaspard.
Yeah.
That's a sad story, bro. Because them oceans and shit. Like, can you imagine? With his 10-year-old son.
They were swimming.
They were
His
swimming
son
in the
got
ocean.
fucked up. He jumped in to save his son. Got wiped away.
Died.
The lifeguards ended up.
The lifeguard saved his son. He was like, "Protect my son, or get him first." And
I don't know if all that happened.
well, that's what it's.
That's
That's what's reported.
I mean, what sense does that make? But whatever.
Why would what?
You wouldn't save your son.
That's not what I said. I mean,
What sense?
was it a tight? I'm not gonna make light of this, but I don't understand how that was. I mean, so like you're getting.
Protect my son first. You're a lifeguard.
Yeah, they only got one
a
lifeguard.
lifeguard swimming out there to get both of or try to get you guys.
They only got
Get
one.
this little kid first, brother. Come back.
I mean, I get that, but I mean, how does
that?
that? There's only one. I mean,
There's only one lifeguard. Usually, only one lifeguard on the beach.
Well, get more.
Yeah, that. I mean,
Sure.
I'm not mad at that.
How many times do people get washed away a year?
I bet that number is very surprising.
I bet it's more.
guarantee
I bet it's more in coronavirus.
No, get
No,
real.
hell no.
Get real.
Shit like that'd be more, and you'd be like,
No,
wait,
not
what?
that many.
It'd be like,
Dude be like,
it'd be
not
more
They
shark
ain't
death.
killed 60 fucking thousand people in a year. No way the shores.
I'm
did.
talking
no,
about
but he's
drown.
talking about them things.
It'd be like
what?
acorns kill more people than
Oh,
coronavirus.
yeah.
I'm like, since when?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acorn.
We better lock ourselves in the house.
yeah,
Nigga,
for
acorns
real.
falling
Yeah.
everywhere.
Hold on, real quick. On the Titanic, y'all jumping? When it's going down?
I don't
course,
even know
why
the
not?
Titanic story.
You never seen Titanic?
No, I've not watched that whack movie.
It is.
Oh, come on.
It's a whack movie.
Let me
I'm
know
not saying
that-
it's a
not
good movie.
saving.
It's a
le-
what?
It's a whack movie.
It's a legendary movie. It's,
Yeah,
that's
it is.
fine.
I already told y'all about legendary
not
movies that
good.
are whack.
it's not
Titanic
great.
is not
It's not
whack.
great. Stop
real.
doing that, bro.
Yeah,
I hate when he
real.
does this.
It's legendary.
It's a good movie. Or is it decent?
It's a good
Any
movie.
movie like that,
It's
Stephen
decent.
can't
Like,
dislike.
he know what's crazy. He's
was
the
critically
most like.
Who's that having it?
Listen,
Who's that having
Stephen, Leonardo.
Leo.
Okay. That's all. That's all. That's,
Listen,
that's all.
if
That's all I
Stephen,
need. I
if
need-
like Stephen, if it's already rated good, Stephen's
I
right.
know, if it's
But
critically
if anything else is, it's like Stephen's the first to like be cynical towards. the
What if
project.
it's low budget?
That's not. I'm just saying the movie's it's a decent movie.
No.
Seen
You
much
know,
better
you sit here
movies.
and
Much
say,
better
I've
movie.
seen movies.
That long ass movie. I'm not watching it again. I'm surprised he don't know it.
What? I watched it like
No,
10
I
times.
know the movie. I haven't watched.
But you haven't seen
So
it.
y'all don't like the part
So
where he
basically
draws
it's
her
a-
naked?
I know it
and
hits
they're
an
on the boat?
iceberg or
Y'all are
something.
tripping.
No, man, all I'm asking at the very end, so it's real life.
I hate the slander that Titanic's been getting over the past couple of years by you new millenniums.
Look at my hand.
It's millennials.
Left hand.
Millennials.
Nah, so basically, if the ship's going down,
You
they
know
had
what millennium
motherfuckers
is.
jumping. They had
What's
motherfuckers just going
millennium?
down with it.
So,
What are you doing?
well, they all died.
Not all of them. Some of them
No,
right.
yeah, but the ones jumping,
Yeah.
crushed.
Yeah.
So are you jumping?
I'm just
or-
asking y'all where's your head at? I'm not
Are you
saying we're all
jumping?
not gonna die. I'm saying, are you gonna jump?
That part is one of the most turnt scenes in the movie.
That's a turn scene. That's a turn scene. That's
They're
and
fucking
they're running. I'm like, ah!
That shit is crazy.
and the Titanic's literally sinking in
Yeah.
the water, and everybody's
Crazy.
trying to get
Yeah.
up.
And
That
it's
is
like
sad.
it's crying, get the
What it is
family.
sad.
But it's like, where you
You
going?
know who I am? You know who I am for
not
real?
the family that stayed in the bunker, nigga.
No, I'm the motherfucker who was being devilish, and and as mad as I hope I'm not that person when time comes like that, but I know I am. Like, you know that one guy who, remember, he didn't give a fuck. He was just like, I'm getting on the boat.
Oh, yeah,
push
At
the
the
kids
end,
off
he
and
was
stuff.
like if there's a fire, I always said that in the fire.
Because it was supposed to be- it was
They're
supposed to
talking
be-
about. Imagine being in school.
But back in that, I
That's not
mean,
happening.
it was supposed to be ladies and kids first on those life rafts.
Of course.
And his big lame ass
And-
pushed everybody out the way and got on.
And I'm not saying
And he ended up dying, I think.
I'm
Got
not
eaten
saying
by a
that.
shark.
Ate by a shark.
I'm not gonna
That's
say
just the
anything.
way. That's just the way the
Let
wind
it
blows.
go.
That's the way it goes.
Listen, I might solidify my spot on a boat. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah, God will have it out for you. But
You're exactly right. And
You
I-
get eaten by octopus.
I'm just saying, I know how, like I told you, me and Stephanie say all the time.
That's how it goes.
In high school, they used to do fire drills.
no, please, because everybody says
Sing-
that same thing.
No, not everybody. does.
Everybody thinks that way. That's not a uncommon
That's not
thought.
true, because you know how many times there's been fires in schools and they all walked out in orderly fashion?
Well, has
Nobody
there ever
does
been a
that.
fire in school?
No, nobody ever thinks like that. That is not. That is not. You. If you
Has
said
there ever
that,
been a
everybody
fire
would
in
say,
school?
"Duh." I mean, who in the fuck in their right mind? No, she's not.
I'm trying to.
Because
I don't
everybody.
remember-
She's going to be
Has
one of
there
the few
been a
people that get
fire in
trampled.
school
I mean, nobody
You
here.
get trampled.
Anybody here in a case of a fire at a school gonna walk in an orderly fashion?
Maybe.
That's the worst
No, it's
death.
not
No,
happening.
get real.
That's the
No,
worst.
school shootings are way worse.
No, I'm
Way
saying
worse.
being trampled.
Oh, that's
Like,
I hate a person that
That's
lets somebody
gotta-
tramp. Get real.
It's
I-
been not that hard. And like a big
Get
thing,
up.
all you gotta do is fall, and then you're done. Because you can't get up. Like, it'd be
Yeah,
like,
get real.
but
Get
you
the fuck
cannot
real.
get up, bro.
I'm not dying from niggas
telling
telling
you.
you.
Stop it.
Ah,
Like,
first of all, why are
kicking
people
you
falling?
and shit, boom. You're like,
No, protect your face.
Get the fuck up, nigga. I don't get. It's life or death. I'm getting up.
What I
Regardless.
said?
Regardless.
I
it
can't
ain't-
imagine. Say
Y'all
that.
can try all y'all
Hear
want.
me.
Keep me down. I know y'all's mad at me. I'm getting up.
Why are
I'm getting
people
up.
just
I'm
stepping on
getting up.
somebody? I'm not going to just, if I'm running,
There's nothing.
I'm not just
Nobody
stepping
in
on somebody.
any
I'm never
school.
going to try to avoid this person on the ground.
All the linebackers of the football
Are going
team,
around like-
I'm getting up.
I'm getting up.
I'm getting up.
listen, if it's life or death, I would become the most selfish person you've ever met in your life.
Zombie
sure.
apocalypse. You're throwing me in front of a zombie.
I'm sure.
And that's
You wanna know
fucked
why?
up. And I don't
You
know
wanna
if that's
why?
good.
No.
Why?
Why? Tell him that it's human
Hey,
nature.
why?
Why?
Mike got
they do me that way.
Why?
Because it's human nature.
Fuck that.
No, I'm saying like
The
I'm
only time you wouldn't is if you have children.
yeah, man. And I don't have that.
That's
stuff.
when you become
A different
outside
more.
of yourself.
Yeah.
But until then,
Wife and kids because people.
I don't know
that
about
for
all
their
that. But
lives.
children, yeah.
Most people.
I don't know about wifing kids.
Nah, but they really do.
Right.
I don't know about wife.
These are my
A lot of people put their wives above their kids.
These
What
are
are
my
you talking about?
seeds.
Not
I mean, you're
dumb.
supposed to, but
No, you were supposed to.
In a way, not
No, in
some,
the way.
In
No,
some
yeah,
ways.
in a way.
If there's,
And not always. In some
if
ways.
it's not a happy,
Huh?
Not in that way. But
Well,
not,
let me tell
not
you.
in like.
Can we get into that because that's been a hot topic on Facebook like
it
for the
has.
past couple of
And
years.
Okay, go
no
ahead.
one believes that it's.
Well,
wife
I mean,
first.
all the single moms, and I don't care. I don't care what you gotta say. Don't give a fuck. Okay.
I get it. I get. why
I
someone puts
understand.
their kids
The
first.
logic makes sense.
It does.
Okay,
It's
the
their kids.
come first.
They're
But
children.
It's been
They
a big
can't protect
topic
themselves.
about
I understand that.
who gets to play first in the house.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Who gets to
So
play
that really
first
is
in the
a hot
house?
topic.
And all the single moms is like, my fucking kids. What do you mean? And the concept behind that is if
Hold on.
there's
Man.
A
clearly
working man.
The
First
worst.
off, and if there's clearly, because they're like, what if we run out? If it means if there's obviously enough
Enough food.
food,
Right.
whose plate gets made first. And if you watch fucking the safari, any animal kingdom, the king eats first.
Facts.
That's just the pecking order. Don't blame me, blame God.
Well, I mean,
That's just the way it goes.
Well, no, I mean, explain a little bit more
That's
because
funny.
the purpose of that is if you have a healthy relationship, you're gonna have a healthy
You're gonna have
family and a healthy.
exactly. And let me expound.
And
That
you
is
don't know what that
why
means?
a lot of people's relationships do not work after they have children.
Agreed.
A lot of marriages because you start to put your children first
And you
before your marriage,
Agreed.
should.
and then you're
Because
not
that-
married to your children.
Oh, you pot.
Okay,
You're shut.
you're not married to your children. You
a
didn't make
fact.
that commitment with your children.
Facts.
You know, your children that's an
They're
unspoken
your children.
bond.
You're
They're your
supposed to-
children.
you're-
They're always your children. But
raising
let me tell you another thought process, okay, of how kings and queens used to get down. Kings and queens valued each other so much over their children it wasn't even close because their mentality was like, in the midst of it all, if all
me
this
and
shit
you.
failed, it has to be me and you because I'm not producing with my children.
Yeah.
Right.
So if everything broke down,
And
it's
we-
me and you
yeah.
because we got to reproduce again.
That's
You can
right.
have different children. I can't produce with my
A
children.
different, right.
You know, so that's the
We can
thought
have
process
more
behind.
kids.
Yeah.
We
You
can
make that
have more
commitment.
kids.
It's you and your wife. That was first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are one.
And it's like a soul thing. So now let me tell you how I said
One.
it in different ways. Like I also agree as I would.
Now, in a scenario where it's life or death, you obviously,
You die for your kid because your
Yeah.
kid is also the.
But you're
the
also
passed
you should
down the-
also in that scenario it wouldn't be necessarily choose your wife or your children because your wife should be on the line with you
Yeah.
if it's your, with your
Agreed.
children.
I agree.
So it
I
ain't no me and my wife and me.
Yeah,
I
it's
got to
just
choose between my wife and my
your
kids.
kids,
No,
no.
it's like at that point when just as parents, it's like we're both going out over our children.
Right,
There
yeah.
ain't no choice.
We're gonna
I agree.
protect them before
Together.
Yeah.
It ain't like I gotta
Except- I mean,
there are some scenarios.
yeah, like
There are some
I don't
scenarios, but
know.
I'm
A
talking
man
about
will
the thought
throw
process.
themselves in front of his wife and kids.
Yeah.
Before
Right.
he just lets his wife do
Right.
it or something.
But I'm
like
saying even in that scenario, the wife is protecting
Should-
the kid herself.
that. Yeah.
You know.
Can you imagine having a girl just in general, just having a girlfriend?
And can we clarify? That's a wife, y'all.
Yeah,
That's a wife.
Agreed.
And
Agreed.
that's why a lot of y'all don't have those. But
Yeah.
like husbands. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Can we agree that if someone, can you imagine just as a girlfriend, just as someone you called a girlfriend, if someone just came up and like punched her in her face?
No.
I'm saying like how there's people out here, there's people in relationships who don't like.
Protect that.
How could you not? Like if someone like a girl or a boy, if someone like punched one of my girlfriends, or just is someone like right?
No, depending on who it is.
Not
Like, is
me.
it Francis Ngannou?
Not me, because I would just be so like, why would you?
Okay,
punch her in the face?
but for real, let's take a real life situation.
Okay.
This wouldn't happen. Now I hate these Facebook posts, but when I watch certain UFC fights, I'm like, I question myself. I'm like,
Me too, yeah.
If this guy walks up
You're
to
not
me and my
about to
wife,
beat his ass. It's over.
Don't matter.
if Francis
And I can't
Ngannou
take the-
walks
I
up to
don't-
you and says to your wife, and then just looks you in your
Don't
eyes,
you got
like,
a
"Hey,
gun?
Bro, you got me. I will get my.
You get your ass beat.
I'm not saying. I'm
My
not saying
acting is
you
gonna be
fight-
way better than the look in my eye after I look at my wife or my girl. And
No,
the
because
same-
you're
but
gonna be
not
dead.
really.
You're
Yes,
gonna
it
be
will.
dead.
he's not gonna kill me.
Francis Ngannou
I'm saying he could.
would kill you.
He
No,
could kill
he
him,
could.
but
If he got that-
he won't.
He just
Mangle you.
He might
like-
knock me out.
like, yoke
That's
you up.
you would get knocked
And
out
he be
before
doing
he killed
UFC fighters. What about the knife I picked up on the table? That don't mean nothing either.
You didn't have time.
I didn't have
He
time.
hit you with one of these.
This
Little
guy
buddy.
died. They can
I'm just saying, there's no way.
do this.
There's no way I can. I'm saying that's like my little brother. There's no way I could just be there right there and see my little brother get punched in his face. I'm like,
curtains.
Who the
Yeah, I
fuck
mean,
you
I
think
already
you-
know. Yeah, and
Who the fuck you think?
I agree.
It won't. There's a
I
zero
agree
percent
for
to
sure,
happen.
but there's a flip side to that.
Definitely, with his point, you have a better chance of punching me in my face and not doing nothing. Then you punch my little brother in his face, like not rocking his shit, and then me just being right there.
That's very
There's
true.
no
We're both
way you're
getting
punching my
knocked
little
out.
brother in his face.
We're both
I'm about to get
going-
knocked
yeah.
out.
If I get if it's just me and you and I get punched in the face, nobody knows I got punched in the face.
Right.
Nah,
Except for me.
Yeah.
If I get hit, or if I watch you get hit, you are always gonna know me as the guy that didn't do anything.
That and just
Nah, it's just with
you
your
got
little
me.
brother.
You
got
got
me fucked up.
Yeah, with my little brother.
It's different.
It's
I'll
like you said, I will rather be somebody can punch me in my little brother could be there. Somebody can punch me in the face, and just as a big brother, it's like I'll take that. I'll take that.
I don't know about that, but way more than
the other
way
situation.
more.
It ain't ever gonna happen to where somebody punches my little brother.
You're not doing
not at one time.
No, that ain't
not at one
happening.
time. Not at one time. And that's
It's
just
just
on
not
my mind.
happening.
I don't care who it is. I'll go out there and start crying and get my ass whooped. And I don't care. You ain't gonna. Like, I'm talking about like if you start, cause I'm gonna feel so bad. Like damn, like you got Holden fucked up like that. No way you might have Holden fucked up.
Right, nigga, have me fucked.
Have me fucked up then.
See me.
If you fuck me up, you
See
fuck
me.
me up.
See,
Don't
that's
fuck him
life.
up. Right.
I mean, that's just how. You
But it's
feel.
always crushing when he be like, "So you big bro?"
Yeah. And you knock my shit down. And I mean that's what I did. Okay,
Damn it! We just got our ass beat.
So also you big bro?
Right.
Okay.
Been looking for you.
Matter of fact, I thought he was big
Right.
bro. That's why I am. Hey, I hope the guy will never get put in a situation like that.
I mean, there's people out there who, and I think that's why, because I don't think Holden can defend. Like, I'm saying, what someone smacked your grandma or your mom? Like, there's just the people who you know, like
Those are
they're not,
asses.
or even your dad. Like,
that
I'm not
shit
saying
don't happen.
I'm saying your dad couldn't fend for himself, but you're like, my dad's 50 years old. He shouldn't have to fend for himself.
Oh yeah, I'm in there.
Why wouldn't you be your son? I'm saying, like, if someone like smacked my dad, I don't care if my dad's on top of him beating his ass. I'm gonna start kicking him in his head.
Y'all fucking him up.
Thing fella.
Why do you think that you should kick my dad? My dad's 55 years old. He shouldn't be out here fighting. Get real.
Too old.
Hey, my dad had sons for a reason. That's the evolution of life.
That's how it goes.
Your dad don't need no one to fight for him because your dad gets it out the mud. We've seen pictures of your dad.
Oh, man.
To it.
Shout out Pops.
Fuck, what else was the? Oh, okay. Let's get to the good news this week, man. So the Noahidols podcast.
Hold on, no, I'm not ready for all that.
What do you mean?
What are you ready for?
Huh?
Where are you taking it? I like where he was taking it.
Where was he taking it?
He's about to shout out to the $100 million man.
I don't want.
You want to wait?
Yeah. Let's talk about Doja Cat.
Oh, why do you want to talk about her?
We can. If anything, let's talk about our titties. If anything.
Yeah, let's do that.
If anything.
What do
So
you
how do
mean?
you feel as a grown man who streamed Say So, and she didn't provide her titties like her promise?
I didn't stream, say
Well, did you see
But you
Billboard?
go on with the
Well,
joke. I'm a
no, did
dick.
you see Billboard last week? Say that they
And what number one?
say it didn't count. They rescinded their number one.
Yeah, sorry.
Clown.
Sorry, that's the only reason why you
They said it was a glitch in the system.
So-
Right, good.
Bro, that's hilarious.
Good.
But they
I
did that
wanted to
because of
see
Nicki
them
Minaj. They said they're not crediting Nicki Minaj for having a number one.
Why?
They have beef with Nicki Minaj.
Okay.
And first off, she's so desperate. Because now I've been seeing reports all week that she might be on a song with Tekashi. Then it just came out just a couple
Nicki is?
minutes ago. She got another song with Tekashi. Bitch, you are the only person in the industry
That's
touching
cool
him.
with him. Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
She's gonna ruin my
maybe because you support
Hey,
pedophiles.
she's gonna ruin a lot of relationships on that.
She's so dumb. She's so dumb. She's so dumb. And hey, you need to watch Lil Wayne Radio.
You like it? You watch it?
He just had the Migos on, and I was like, you know what, Wayne, I fuck with you.
Is he okay?
Yeah, he's okay. He was weak as fuck at something that he said, and I was like, damn, Wayne.
I might. Hey, I love Lil Wayne, man. I really do. I really do. Don't say nothing.
Right.
Yeah, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
Don't say
You know
Why
what?
you always
nothing.
come at me?
I'm sick of you,
Smug
right?
Sick of it.
I'm trying to be quiet. I'm trying to fix the camera.
Speaking of Joes, let's talk about the biggest Joe. Pause. Michael Jordan.
Oh, that's the we need to wrap. Did you finish it?
I
brother?
did finish it.
You did?
I did.
All right, over under 3 times.
Say it again.
Over under 3 times.
Over or under?
Why did?
times.
Yeah, go ahead.
What does that mean? Over.
Crying.
Oh. Over.
Why did I don't understand? Like I didn't cry one time. There was
real?
one single tear where I got crushed.
Kobe?
My throat went not William Kobe.
Oh, stop.
There was one time where my throat. No, there was like 3 or 4 times my throat. You know, you get the knot. Like
That night.
there was one time where one literally single tear. I remember thinking, wow,
That's because you don't never let it flow like that.
that's not true, bruh.
I've been
I
trying.
told you
it's
last
been
week.
happening a lot.
Last week I wanted to cry so bad.
What?
I did.
Who just says that? No, you didn't tell me that.
No, yeah, I remember I said I've been feeling like I needed to cry. But there was times.
Oh yeah, he did say that.
Right, but I don't want to hear that.
We were talking about the shooting and.
Yeah, there was times where I felt like I needed to cry, and I didn't cry, but I'm saying that I could like feel like
could have cried.
There was times where I was like, damn, why am I about to cry? Like, what the fuck? But that was during the same time I watched that. I mean, it was first off the best documentary that we've seen and probably will see. We can agree with that, right? Because I mean, it's 10 parts. It's just legendary. It's Michael, the goatess of goats of athletes, the goatess of goats of celebrities, all that. But crying over like
First off, he hit a pocket.
It just made me cry.
He hit a pocket from episode 6
to 10.
To 10. Yeah. To where it's like I cried every episode.
That last one was like it was undercooked.
Everybody said that because it didn't.
For real?
A lot of people have been saying that because it didn't really.
I literally finished that today. I finished that today.
But I don't think people got the concept behind what was closed because I thought it closed it really well. He found out Phil Jackson could have came back.
Yeah.
That was the whole point. That was the whole point of the whole.
Point?
Yeah, it's called The Last Dance.
No, I know that.
What you wanted to? You wanted us to find out he killed his dad? Or,
like, my goodness.
Now I knew off front they were.
To me, the ending wasn't the best. Is all I'm saying. I mean,
Really?
compared to the middle, like you said, 6, 7, 8. Oh my, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm like,
I like them all, man.
That Father's Day one where he was sobbing,
that's one that I had to cry.
I've seen that video millions of times. We've never heard that audio.
Yeah,
just hearing him sob like I'm like, damn, bro.
Yeah, and I miss Kobe Bryant so much.
Bro, what?
I'm so weak.
yeah, when Kobe got on
that whole episode was fucking fire. When Kobe, the All-Star one with Kobe, that episode was fire. That was
he was like, who's this little punk from LA?
I was saying they had one like where it wasn't Kobe yet, but it was like he was saying he was in the locker room.
That was the same
episode.
That was all the same one where Kobe came on.
He said, that little Laker boy.
Yeah.
He was like, that little Laker boy gonna try. He said that little Laker boy gonna try to go one-on-one with me tonight.
And then that was the All-Star one, and him and Kobe was going at it.
Yeah, that episode made me cry.
That was the same one where it was about Michael Jordan's life as just the most famous person in the world. That had Prince in the audience, and all the famous people was there. Seeing, that was that same episode. Fire. 10 out of 10 documentary. Yeah. LeBron, good luck. You're up next.
Not a LeBron doc's gonna be good.
Right, but I don't care. I'm so sick of them.
He's a poor boy from Akron. I don't give a fuck.
What I realized what y'all do is because I can never. No, but y'all let other people's opinions about LeBron
sway y'all's opinion. Y'all hate LeBron fans way more than
y'all hate LeBron fans way more than y'all hate LeBron.
And it makes y'all hate LeBron.
Inadvertently.
I don't hate
That's not me.
It makes y'all not be able to appreciate it.
No, y'all need to realize one thing about me.
You give credit when it's due.
No, he doesn't. He does before he does.
No, please.
Yes.
Well, fuck no, he don't.
What? Do you watch the podcast?
Yeah. Yes, I do.
No, we don't talk about LeBron, so I'm glad.
So we really don't.
We don't
because they would just bash him, and it would just be.
It would be.
No, I don't bash LeBron. I promise I don't bash LeBron.
I play some more than he
What sticks about 100 is I made that. I chopped that video.
That was bullshit.
But now it looks like he's the bigger LeBron.
My point was, what y'all need to understand about me is, y'all may call it what y'all want, but first off,
you actually have a hatred for LeBron.
Yes, I don't. It don't got nothing to do with his fans. It's never been that. I was first hating LeBron, the person that I knew here. I did not like LeBron. I was always a Kobe.
He's always.
I get that, but why can't you just?
I know exactly what it was. I mean, it's a bullshit story that no one cares to hear. I mean, he beat my team at the time. I liked the Pistons in 2005.
So you're Gary V.
And he beat them when he scored 27 straight.
Yeah.
I was watching that, and I was like, I hate that motherfucker. I hate him.
Okay.
And then I became a Lakers fan, and then, but he just does. I just be seeing through his bullshit. I mean, he just.
You see through other people's bullshit. He don't do nothing. He don't say nothing about himself.
Please.
He don't do nothing.
Please, he was tweeting all during the documentary, trying to act unbothered.
So was literally every other fucking NBA player.
Every other NBA player
don't consider themselves the GOAT. No, not that. That consider themselves the GOAT.
And pressure was on LeBron this whole documentary. He was getting tagged every day. Every person came out every day. Was saying
that's
shit.
stupid.
But that's what irritates. No, that's what irritates me about him. He don't never respond to anything like that.
Because why would I?
Okay, but why are you? Larry Bird was just mean. Right. Larry Bird was. That's what he was tweeting during the documentary. What the fuck that guy did? Nigga, I hate when Joe Budden does that. Everybody's talking about this, and you want to be the nigga over here talking about that.
So
what is he supposed to say?
No.
What do you want from him?
Be bold, nigga. Be bold like you was on the fucking shop. I'm the GOAT. You the GOAT? Then let's talk. When the documentary's on, I want to hear your opinion.
You pay. That's so disrespectful.
You paying homage, respect.
You can't say that during.
I punch him in the smug face.
You can't say that during the time.
His tweet was pathetic.
His tweet, you don't understand. He was being so passive aggressive, is what he always is. He was like, man, Michael Jordan, when he came back from retirement and lost to the Magic, he highlighted that. He wanted everybody to understand he lost to the Magic. And then he put in parentheses, he was rusty to try to, I be seeing through his bullshit. I see LeBron is a genius. LeBron is a genius. He's a computer. He knows how to change narratives. He knows how to put up certain stats to change the narratives. He knows how to blame. He knows how to do all that. He knows how to do, trust me, he is a computer. He's the most smartest NBA player ever when it comes to that type of shit. And I be seeing through his bullshit. I just see it. Then he got on uninterrupted with Rich Paul and all them and spent an hour long talking about the Jordan doc. Like, I see through all that, LeBron. No, keep that same energy. What he's trying to do is lower the pressure on him because the pressure's been high on him during this whole documentary.
Well, but how do you alleviate pressure if you're LeBron James?
Don't. Take it on. Win. I'm not letting him.
So much
I'm holding him to the side. Win. Win.
If he wins this year, then
slander.
What? For you. How do you feel?
If he wins this year, what?
I'm saying, how does that change anything for you?
Because he
doesn't.
won.
No, it don't change anything for me.
But you said
and
win.
that's the point. That's the point. There's so much off-court narratives on LeBron that it's like, what do I fight? I don't know what to fight today. Do I fight this one? Do I fight that one?
No, because he did it. He has the most blind witnesses in the world.
That's a fact.
He has the most blind witnesses. He has changed the narrative
from skill to analytics.
He's the reason why statisticians are alive now.
Yes.
Statisticians were not that big a deal. Back when Kobe that was just not that big a deal. I've never seen so many stats come out on every sport.
So is it LeBron or is it the statistician?
It's LeBron.
But LeBron is not a stat quoter.
LeBron feeds
LeBron's a stat quoter.
He did.
Keep it a buck. LeBron's a stat quoter.
Yes.
He bases his legendary skill off that. Yes. He knows that his numbers will be like that. He knows he'll end up in numbers.
But what footage? I don't know. I've never seen the footage.
No, because what?
I've never seen the footage.
Because there's no footage.
There's no footage of LeBron quoting stat.
That's because he knows better than you.
Okay, where is it coming from?
Time out. What report has come out about?
See, that's what I'm talking about. When I'm talking about LeBron, I sound like the biggest. I don't.
Shane. Trust me, I know. Look up Kyrie. Why Kyrie left? Look up. We don't got to do it now. Look up any player that had funk with LeBron and what they say. Look at what David Blatt said about LeBron.
I'm aware.
Kyrie said he realized, and it had to be something everybody in the locker room knew. If Kyrie could come out and say that, he must be saying it in the locker room. That he said, if I put up these stats, then I'm the GOAT. Yeah, and they'll know that it wasn't my fault. That's what Kyrie said. He said, I couldn't take it anymore. That's why he left. He said, I couldn't take it anymore. He said that was how LeBron believed. Kyrie said he was about winning. And LeBron was always about narrative.
I'm putting up these numbers. Why are we?
And he never got the credit. So that would drive you crazy as a teammate. It's like, okay, this nigga is I'm telling y'all, he can do any number he wants. LeBron can average anything he wants. That's how good he is. Yeah. That's how good all the greats are. They know that. Kobe and Michael, they can average a triple-double. We know that.
Right.
They could if they wanted to. LeBron knows that, and he uses that to his advantage, like Russell Westbrook with the triple-double did.
Right.
He just did it because I can do it, and I want to show y'all I can do it. LeBron does that. He averaged a triple-double in the finals to show that it ain't my fault. This is what I did. So when y'all look back in history, y'all can look at my numbers and say, well, he didn't have the He knows all that. Michael Jordan wasn't on that. Michael Jordan was like, nigga, we're winning. Period. Right. And that's the difference. And that's why I don't like LeBron. He changes the narrative. He's changed the narrative. It's never been about stats. Never. It's always been about winning. Tim Duncan, Kobe, Shaq. It's always been about winning. They never gave a fuck about stats. Facts. LeBron is the only player, and ever since then, every sport is all about stats. Every sport is all about stats. It's never been like that. It's always about, at the end of the year, who won the championship. Period. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I remember Peyton Manning. They wasn't copping excuses for Peyton like that. Never. It was like, nigga, you got to get it done. That's just what it is. You got to win.
Yeah,
LeBron started that shit with the Warriors.
You couldn't walk a day in my shoes. I could never walk a day in LeBron's shoes.
No, yeah.
I just couldn't. The
could.
pressure is just too. But when it comes, that's why I have so much respect for LeBron, because when it comes to coming into the lane, nobody has ever had as much pressure as LeBron has ever had. And though he did it to himself, the fact is, he's had this crazy amount of pressure, and he's lived up to it for the most part.
And more.
For the most part. So I give him credit for that regard.
I do too.
It's like,
I've said,
I couldn't imagine dealing with Twitter, dealing with
everything.
But I mean,
everything
he does
touch.
that. He does that to himself.
For sure. He does. I mean, he put Chosen One on his back and all that. But my point is, the pressure is crazy.
He wore 23.
You wore 23. You tried to change your number. You came.
He secretly said he was the GOAT and stuff. And he's publicly said it. That's what I'm saying. Like the real GOAT, Michael and Kobe, you knew they believed that, but they ain't telling. They wasn't telling people that. Kobe ain't. No,
Mike just came out after this documentary and said that it feels so like when y'all call me the great.
No, he said that. No, he said that back in 2009 with Mike Wilbon.
He said that mad times.
He said that mad times. Yeah, I would never say. He said
it sounds awkward and
I cringe when y'all if I call myself the GOAT.
He said it makes me disrespect. It thinks I disrespect.
He said I've never played against Will.
Yeah, but I don't like when people do that.
No, but my difference is with Michael and Kobe and LeBron is LeBron has to tell people that he's the GOAT, and that's his fan base. Kobe and Mike didn't have to tell. It's like every player's gonna tell y'all for me that I know I'm the shit, and y'all know that I know I'm the shit. LeBron has to let us know. He does it in such subtle way. He lets us know and his fucking fan base and all the ESPN. He got all the motherfuckers on his team. Trust me.
Yeah, he do.
All these status they are hired by LeBron. That is all LeBron. The status Nick Wrights of the world, the media, and you could tell that there's been a war. And Michael Jordan had enough of it, and he just showed, okay,
release this doc.
Okay, if I get my media fanboy, all the motherfucking journalists that was on the doc, that was Michael Jordan. He could have them out there all the time spewing stats. They don't spew Michael Jordan stats all the time like that. You don't know all the shit he led in. A lot of people don't know he averaged 41 in the fight. His numbers are crazy.
Right.
A lot of people don't know he's the all-time highest scorer or in points per game, and he leads the league in all-time PER and shit like that because it didn't matter. I won chips, nigga. That's what mattered. And LeBron is stat after stat. Nick Wright, stat after stat. He'll lead in this and that and that. No one gives a fuck about that.
Unless you're
because if every player wanted to focus on that, every great player would do the same thing. They're great. Why wouldn't they? They could do anything on the court, nigga.
Man, that's
Michael Jordan. I have free range, nigga. If you played any sport and you was the best player, it's like, nigga, I know I can do anything I want on the court because I'm going to get any shot I want. I'm going to get the ball every time I look at James Harden.
I know the looks, everything. Michael Jordan could average 20 assists. If he went out there every game, he was like, I'll score 5 points, I average 20 assists. Why wouldn't I?
Why wouldn't they?
But the one thing I'm glad about this Mike documentary is we're realizing them teams weren't that good. I'm not saying you. And that's saying everybody always goes back and says, Mike played with Dennis Rodman, Mo, Scottie Pippen. No, now we know what really happened because people, like, when you go back, you don't look at the surgeries and Dennis Rodman going to WWE. You don't look at none of that. You look at his roster and that's it.
And y'all are so dumb. Y'all are so dumb.
Mike carried, that 98 season, Mike carried that motherfucker on his back, legs.
Yeah, y'all are so dumb. People out there are so dumb. I've been telling y'all that. Like, he played with Hall of Famers. Y'all do realize that they're Hall of Famers because they won 6 rings. They won 6 rings. Right. Yeah. Why wouldn't they be Hall of Famers?
Draymond Green, like I said,
Draymond Green's a Hall of Fame.
That doesn't mean he was Hall of Fame. Is Scottie a Hall of Fame talent? Yes, but Michael Jordan made him that.
Right. Exactly.
Do y'all not know the story?
Well,
like, what the fuck?
Well, we don't, Mike.
Yeah, way done.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I am up from the crowd a little bit. This isn't to not Mike's greatness at all, but the talent back then was not that crazy.
But that's bullshit. That's also bullshit. That's also bullshit.
The athleticism wasn't the talent was.
I don't know. And I agree with y'all as far as like, and this isn't even comparing LeBron and them, but and it's just I wish I really didn't even go here. But as I literally watch these teams, I'm just like,
what makes you say that though? Because
style of play has evolved so much.
Exactly. You just hit the nail on the head. We live in an AAU era where it's no defense being played, no skills, traveling going on everywhere, double dribbling, no fundamentals.
Yeah, but I just
it's all athleticism. It's all dunk. It's all threes. Dunk and three.
There's no art to basketball right now.
James Harden took that out. There's
no art. In my opinion, and I've been on the record.
I just feel like somebody like KD would have torched. And people say, but a 7-foot that can pull up from 40 anytime he wants is torching whoever.
He can't pull up from 40. I mean, he can't pull up anytime when Dennis Rodman
is an all-time great talent.
Yes, bro, but I'm telling you, y'all don't understand. Like I told you last podcast when you clipped me. It's so much. The mindset of basketball is bigger than anything.
I just refuse to believe that Kevin Durant wouldn't go out there and average 30.
Scott Pippen would hold him under 20.
I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. I have that much respect for Kevin Durant.
KD then got held under 20 in this league.
For sure, but KD hasn't always had the mentality of a kill kid.
I'm saying, like I said.
Hold on, that's where we stop, right there.
But not everybody back then had the mentality of kill.
Listen, there's more shots.
If Larry Bird did what he did, KD would have eaten.
But first off, that was in the 80s. Secondly, My point, I've always believed, and I always will believe, the 2000s. The 2000s is the best era.
Keep this in mind too. I think Kevin Durant is a generational talent. I'm not comparing KD to the Trevor Reeses. Like people like KD to me would eat back then as well. Yes, they're just that great.
Well, they could eat in any time.
They're just that great.
He's better now than he was.
Larry Bird would come here and eat. There's certain people like that to me. That I feel
I'll let you talk. I promise. The thing is, people always do the good part. They'll compare the athleticism and say, well, the talent back then or the talent now is way better than it was back then.
Especially athleticism.
But they never do the bad part. Like you said, now there's no defense. Back then there was actually real defense. There was real offense. There was less shots during a game.
But who's to say that they wouldn't evolve to that? Like that's what I'm saying. You're saying that. Who's to say that Kevin Durant wouldn't evolve to that, to be able to play that type of?
They fit.
He's a high.
Well, hold on. That's what of the world. But the jig. Hold on. Time out. The jig is still up on that. Here's my point. Y'all gotta really examine basketball by eras. Okay, so in my opinion, the 2000s, from 2000 to 2010, was the best era in my opinion in basketball because it had a mixture of the rules from the 90s and the physical of the 90s and the center was still in the game, but it still had the new coming of age of shooting guards. Like Michael wasn't facing like Kobe's and Tracy McGrady's and Vince Carter's back there.
You know how many defensive player of the years was?
Hold on, don't make me lose my thought.
Go ahead.
And so look at how the game was played from 2000 to 2010. LeBron was still in that league. Mm-hmm. KD was still there a little bit at the tail end, and like all these players like that. And you got to understand that the game is so much different from 2010 to now to 2020 than it was 20 years prior. So I've seen Kevin Durant struggle in that league. I've seen it. I've seen him struggle in physical series where it's a slower pace. I've seen LeBron struggle in those games. I've seen. We don't know how they would fare because there were centers back then. There ain't centers now. I've seen them.
Facts.
I've seen them in series with LeBron against the Pacers. I mean, he was good and stuff like that, but they gave him issues.
Hibbert gave him issues.
Hibbert gave them issues.
Facts.
KD with against the Memphis Grizzlies. Like I watched every playoff game. That gave him issues.
Facts.
He used to shoot like 5 for 25. Games like he used to have games like you was a Thunder fan. He used to have games like that.
Yep.
Took him to Game 7 and shit like that against the Memphis Grizzlies when it was grit and grind with Zach Randolph and shit like that. So I'm saying apply that same metric and put him in the 90s with Karl Malone and Charles Barkley and David Robinson and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm saying it's just a different era. That was a big man era, and you had Mike standing out as the one lone perimeter guy that's fucking all y'all up. Now it's a perimeter era.
Exactly.
But they benefit because they're perimeter players.
But you're
There's
now
no
forcing.
center.
You're forcing, and we don't have to go a deep dive into this. This is just something that I've never voiced on the podcast, but I've always believed that I felt like y'all didn't know that I believed. So I want to get that out there.
Hold on, whose will do you think would have been imposed more? The era?
Well, now you're forcing a Charles Barkley to come out here and guard me, Kevin Durant. Because if we're going to do that, you have to evolve to how I play
but
as well.
But they can do that, and
I don't believe Kevin.
That's not necessary.
Charles Barkley can't come out there and guard Kevin Durant. Stop,
bro. But the other thing is, first off, Charles Barkley could. Secondly. Why do you think
Kevin Durant has one of the most deadly hezzy pull-ups in the game.
Only in this game. Yeah. In this game.
But you're forcing Charles Barkley to have to evolve too. Y'all keep making it sound like only these players can have to evolve back then.
What you don't understand
you have to come out here too.
But that's not how it works.
I might not be able to guard you down there, but you have to come out here. And I'm cooking you.
No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works.
He might cook Charles and go to the lane and get fucked his head.
No, he's going to cook Charles and hezzy pull in his face.
No, he ain't doing that.
Yeah, they're. And
what you don't understand is,
y'all got KD all the way.
No, first off, I do.
I hate KD.
First off, I hate when anybody ever compares him to any great scorer like that. I mean, he's a great scorer. He's on a different plateau than Kobe and Michael Jordan. Way different. Do not compare.
Wait, you're saying no? I'm just doing. I was doing forwards because I know that's always
okay. But
I was just doing forwards.
Who do you think he would not be able to do it? That wasn't what the game was then. So why would he?
Right. You guys keep saying that. Just like his point. But y'all never say the inverse. Because the game wasn't like that.
Hold on.
Charles Barkley never had to come out there and guard.
But the point, Shane,
who's to say he can sit?
Shane, the point is, okay, you could make that point with maybe Stephen Curry. And maybe not even.
No, I'm not even talking about the guards because I don't think.
My point is, you're
giving. I don't believe that the point guards today could go back there and play.
Okay,
that's the difference.
My point is that you're giving KD and guys like that too much credit to say that they will be creative enough to start a trend in the 90s. I don't believe they would. I believe that they would more so conform to the game of the 90s because they don't rule the court. Michael Jordan rules the court. So how Michael Jordan plays is how the whole league is playing.
Right.
Because it's Michael Jordan. Same with Steph Curry. It's my league right now. We are all shooting threes because I'm the best player in the league. Whatever LeBron James wants to do, that whoever wins the championship, that next year, everybody tries to mock that style. So I'm saying,
if
Kevin Durant,
like that,
Kevin Durant's not going to be one lone nigga out there doing power forward doing hezzy pull-ups because first off, your coach will be like, nigga, you're not getting in the game.
I see what you're saying.
I'm Jerry Sloan, like that's not how we play. Get your ass in the post.
I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is like if you literally take the team and the player with the mentality that they have and drop them in the 90s, not like they have to conform. That's what I'm not taking how the game was played and all that because whatever. But what I'm saying is,
I would like to see Kevin Durant and LeBron James and them playing the league where they were hand checking.
Well, LeBron is different. LeBron plays a different type. The way that LeBron plays,
Kevin Durant,
he tried to play bully ball. It's not gonna. It's just.
And Kevin Durant is more so a finesse player in a game that was all about.
But I don't understand how people think that Larry Bird. How do you think Larry Bird would
That's a different era. That's a different era.
Hold on,
that's a different era.
Before you get KD fucked up, KD was dunking on motherfuckers in 08, 09.
Yeah, I said that.
Averaging 30.
So it's 2010, but yeah.
But yeah.
But that was the changing of the guard.
When did he come in the league? 06?
No, he came in 07.
Oh, Russ Westbrook was 08 and Kevin Durant was 07.
Yeah, he played with the
No, he averaged 30 his second year.
No, he didn't. He averaged 20 his first year, 25 his second year, 30 his third year.
Please look this up.
I might be wrong. I understand it's 5 points. Cool.
No, because averaging 30 your second year is not just 5 points.
It wasn't his second year. He led the league in scoring in 2010 when we played him in the playoffs. They was the 8th seed. We was the 1st seed. I'll never forget. It was our second year winning the championship.
Yeah, but he's at the league in scoring.
And then that was his run of winning it 4 years in a row. He averaged 20 his first year with the Sonics. Then they got traded, and then they became the Thunder. He averaged 25 his next year with Russell Westbrook. Then he averaged 30.
Okay, so my point's still proven. My point is, in 07, he's still averaging 25.
Right, but I'm talking about.
He was like yamming that
but he wasn't.
ball.
Okay, look at his shooting splits and stuff like that.
What do you mean?
It was like 40%.
Maybe.
That's my point. Is that
he's not nowhere near as skillful. His footwork and none of that can never touch Michael Jordan.
He would just be. He'd be a 25-point scorer in the 90s,
which is good.
Which is good. I'm saying he wouldn't. You got to understand, to elevate in the 90s, you would have had to elevate past Jordan.
I'm not. But no. I'm not saying that he was going to. Who said? Somebody said that he would average.
25, 30.
Yeah, he was right. He would average. I'm not saying.
2009.
But people.
25, 30.
He was right.
It was in 2009, not 2010.
Yeah, he was right.
But he said that.
He said 20, 25, 30.
Yeah, he said that.
My point is, people be saying, yeah, I would like to see KD go back there and play, and he would average 12 points, and it's just like, what?
No, that's extreme.
What?
That's extreme.
I don't understand how people get off even.
That's what Nick Wright literally said. He said, so if you're doing equivalent Michael Jordan would come back here, that means you would put Kevin Durant back in the day, and he would average 60. And it's like
60.
Nick Wright.
He was trying to do math. He was trying to do like math,
the
analytics of like. Well, if you're assuming Michael could come back and score 50 a game, then that's to assume that Kevin Durant
could go back in that era
and score. It's not black and white like that.
Yeah,
but that's Nick Wright.
He's so dumb.
And I hope if you ever see Nick Wright, you punch him in the face for me.
Because he's like that.
So for me,
they don't understand that all a stat is history of what documentary of what happened, but that doesn't. A stat does not, like, if you're an actual player of a sport.
A stat is the least of anything.
It's the least of anything.
Because the 2 points at that game winner, on stat chart, Shea hit 2 points. No, but he hit the game winner and Khalil Sticks,
right.
And that was the game for the final.
When everybody,
that means way more than 2 fucking points.
And that was when everybody was playing, actually playing.
Right. Yeah.
Rest
in peace, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, but yeah, no. Kevin Durant will go into any era and do his work.
And that's all I got. I got respect for
the
people
point
like
is
Kevin
he
Durant.
wouldn't be Kevin Durant.
He wouldn't be. No. He wouldn't be scoring the title.
He'd be Clyde Drexler.
He'd be Clyde Drexler.
That's exactly who it would be. Come on, bro.
I guess we'll see in the future.
But people, I don't think people understand. This is basketball so easy. Defense means so much.
Top 5 shooting guard. I'll give him that.
Hand checking and I wish people understand that the mindset of basketball means so much on the court,
bro. What?
Like it means. I know you know. I know you know. You play basketball. You're like you know. I'm saying people who play basketball for real know. And I've only played fucking 3 years, whatever. But if I'm talking to you and I'm talking shit, some people ain't meant for that.
That and the fact that
some people get shy. Carl Anthony Towns, for instance, soft as butter. Soft as butter. Got a lot of skill. Can spike a 3, turn around, all that. Soft as butter. DeMarcus Cousins be in his ear and he don't do nothing because he's soft as butter. And everybody back then, Bill Lim, Beard, and all them would punch you in the face.
Man, that's just what we're
like. I don't care about getting suspended or not. Like,
we're not getting suspended.
Right, and I'm gonna punch you in the face. You say something back to me. Like, people be scared back then. Like, it wasn't real. Michael Jordan, there was a fear of God.
Mike Mike wasn't afraid of the Pistons, but he was like, I do not feel like getting beat up.
Exactly.
Like, I'm sore from game 2.
And that was Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, back then as a whole, like, comparing now to a Trae Young is averaging 30.
Yeah, that's why I said guard play. That's why I said guard play is different to me.
You're right.
Trae Young,
the guard play is different.
You know what? You got me. You got me. You got me.
But
You
no,
got me.
it's just
got me.
totally, just knowing, I mean, we play basketball, and just knowing that the rules now, first off, it's just different. And the other thing is, like, I was a grown man's league.
Karl Malone, me and
It's like, you're 35 winning MVP back then. It was just a grown man. Now it's such a young man's league, and the young man rules, and it's just so flamboyant and free. Back then it was like, no, nigga, this is the men's game.
Karl Malone won the MVP at 36 years old. And like, them finals on Last Dance and shit, Karl Malone's bald as fuck. He's the everybody. Diesel as a motherfucker.
There's not one person on the court that looks like a little ass boy.
Not one. Not anyone. Not
real.
Yeah.
That's the only one.
Yeah.
All these other niggas, they look like mid.
John Stockton, they're 35. Mike's 34. Like,
y'all all got kids. Y'all got kids. Y'all all got kids.
Right. We're fighting for our life out here.
Now it's totally
Trae Young,
different.
19 years old, averaging 30.
That's what Kobe said that on the doc. He was like, it's just a different game. Like, it's a younger game.
Everybody says it's a different game.
It's just a different game. It's just a totally different game.
Yeah, I really wish. I really wish I could have grown up watching that.
LeBron wouldn't be top 10 if he played in the 80s and 90s.
I ain't going all that far.
Top 10?
Wouldn't be top 10.
Get real.
He wouldn't.
I ain't saying no.
The 80s?
He will. He's not skillful.
The 80s?
Get real.
Maybe the 80s. Maybe?
Come on, bro.
Probably not. Bro, LeBron is he's the best superstar who's with the least skill. It's so crazy to me. Why do people think LeBron is
like? I mean, it's true.
Come on.
Not the least skills, but what?
Come on.
No, out of the best.
The least skills?
Out of the top tier superstars. Yes, he is. I'm saying, if we name who's your top 5 superstars?
He got more skill than Shaq.
Come on, bro. You are being so disrespectful,
okay,
bro.
Oh
my God. You hate LeBron. It's like, and I hate when I come on here because I sound like the LeBron guy. I'm not, y'all.
Okay. All I'm telling y'all is, back in the 80s, it would still been Larry Bird Magic League.
But if you think...
Get real.
Why? Because the game was so different, y'all. Why did y'all really think that?
No, LeBron's not getting bullied.
He's not getting...
He's not going to get pushed over.
He's not getting bullied, but he's not the bully.
No, that's fine. He's not about to get knocked. Get real.
Bro,
And
you
see it
Danny
now.
Granger push him in it.
You see it now because he's flopping now. Because he's getting that. But he's not going to get that then.
No, he's the person who started that. Let's be clear.
Okay, and he's getting it. So what? He's getting it now.
He's the worst.
What I'm saying is, he's not going to get that then, so he's not going to do that then. Why would he?
Well,
why would I flop if I'm not going to get
And
no
that's
call
my
for
point
it?
to how they always say, like, well, you got to evolve. He wouldn't do that.
He wouldn't do that.
LeBron is 6'8", 280. He was 6'8", 270 on
LeBron's
point.
Wilt Chamberlain to me.
Oh, you think Wilt's not going to go through all that?
He's Wilt Chamberlain.
Wilt Chamberlain's going to transcend through time.
better than everybody, and in his league that he played in.
He has a once-in-a-lifetime body.
Who?
LeBron.
And that's what his point is.
I'm saying so then Wilt during that time.
But Wilt will do that.
No,
through all time.
You got Wilt fucked up because Wilt was on US Olympics track and shit.
I thought you were having Wilt. But I'm like, Wilt will do that through every time period.
That's not what I'm saying.
I don't know about that.
Do what, though?
Whatever he wants. He's so much bigger and stronger than everybody.
Wilt's still coming here averaging 26, 27.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's not averaging 50. No
one's averaging 50.
That's what I want to make clear.
You're right. No, not 50.
You said doing that. I'm like, what is that?
You're right.
What is that?
But he can easily average 30, 20.
My only point
No,
is...
he ain't doing that.
My only point is, at one point,
Get real.
whenever people say prime LeBron...
He's
was
benching
6'8",
everybody on the court. I don't care about none of y'all.
Yes, but like
6'8", 270, bro.
We're getting...
All I'm saying is, he's not getting bullied that easy.
Bro,
he's not the...
Bill Russell used to give
6'8",
Wilt the
270 is a
fade,
problem, man. And
He lost a lot of respect out of me.
There's a reason why in
what
that
did you say?
era, Wilt got like 6 MVPs, 50 points, 100 points, and Bill Russell got 11 rings.
What you talking about?
Hey, keep getting his stats, Mr. 11 rings.
I won 11 times, 9 times in a row.
You got one. I'll let you get one.
Right.
That's some funny ass shit.
To wrap up, that Jordan doc was good, man. I have a lot of respect for Mike. I have a lot of respect for
You
the
better.
Yeah, and
90s.
to close my opinion on it, Tom and LeBron, just give it up.
Please.
Give it up.
Please.
Why They're coming. They're working together.
Documentary Tom Brady.
Don't nobody want to see no Tom Brady documentary.
I know you're gonna get pissed. Don't be pissed now. Don't be pissed now.
He's gonna get a lot of respect for Tom with that.
Why did I not know that was coming out?
It just aired, yeah.
We don't want to see that.
Don't be mad now. Blame LeBron. He's producing it. I'm so fucking sick of
LeBron's not producing it.
They're working together. They're both doing a documentary.
That's a different project.
You want to know what that means?
Because it's, hold on, here's the thing.
That's what
all
that
the
means.
goats trying to team up. Let's make a super doc.
That's like when Kendrick dropped Control.
But that's why I don't like. It's like somebody be original around Mike did this. That's the whole point of the doc. Like I'm a goat. You niggas are beneath me.
Now let me clear. This is how we're gonna end this Mike thing. Mike with that chain and them ones.
So clean.
Fresh liner.
Somebody be a Somebody be a creator.
Sauce.
Bro, he was so hard.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Sauce.
And
You gotta be a creator.
When he went back to the
long shorts.
He's also the jiggiest nigga when it comes. The jiggiest nigga in the air.
You are a creator.
His red package.
You created that. I don't know. You didn't see nobody do that. I've never seen nobody do that. You did that. How'd you do that?
Like, what do you mean?
Bruh. Switch in the hand under. There's 4 niggas in the air trying to block your shot.
That's the other reason.
4 people. Nope, not you. Not you either. Let me switch hands. Not you.
That's why
I'm getting this ball in the bucket.
I'm the biggest Kobe Bryant fan.
He's the man.
Rest in peace. Like, I love Kobe Bryant more than anybody. I think Kobe Bryant's the best skilled basketball player I've ever seen. But that's the reason why I think Jordan is a tier above everybody, and it ain't even close because he's an innovator.
Right.
No, everybody else in this league since Jordan has been chasing Jordan.
Right.
Y'all been copying.
We don't care that everybody can do the foul line dunk anymore. It was done the first time.
So I need somebody. And I give LeBron respect in the sense that he's a one of a. He didn't follow the Michael Jordan. Not even that. His play style. He don't play like Mike. He don't try to play like Mike. He's a mix of Mike and Magic. And that's why I give LeBron respect. But I'm saying Jordan created everything. It's just everything that everybody wants to be in the league. This whole league is Michael Jordan's league still.
Facts.
It's like y'all are still chasing him.
Facts.
Every standard is based on Michael Jordan. Well, what did Mike do? And everybody's like trying to level up to that. That's why it's like LeBron, you can never be the GOAT until people start no one's comparing to LeBron. Like, no, that's not the standard.
And that won't
It's not the model.
It won't be.
So like, how could you be the GOAT?
Why would it be? Why would I want to be that?
Facts.
I want to go.
Everybody still. Who doesn't want to be 6-0? Who doesn't want to win 6
That's what I'm saying.
6 final. Who? That's the standard. So you're not the GOAT. Right. LeBron and Kobe and everybody. You're not the GOAT.
And just like with the flu, like he had
every scenario,
like the flu game,
the most dramatic game.
Take 2 years off, come back, win 3 more. So
it's like
he had the
that's what I'm saying. People don't understand. That's why he's the best of any sport. Because not only am I like literally better than you on basketball, but my brand is like.
I got the game to prove.
My brand is like 20 times better than the next.
Right.
Like, it ain't even close.
Yeah.
Like, they said you can add everybody else's shoe shit together, and it's still not close.
It's still not. Yeah. And any athlete probably.
It's like the Jordan brand is way bigger than sports.
Yeah.
It's like, get the fuck real, LeBron.
Now, real quick, break time. I got to piss, grab another brew, and we'll be right back to you with Joe Rogan.
After these commercial breaks.
I'm so geeked because I got a piss too.
Yeah, I could hold them. And we're back. Hey, I'm pretty sure this is episode 37.
Nah, I just put out 36.
That means this is 36 tomorrow. I'm 37. Because the last one you put out, that was the last podcast recorded. You're on top of shit now.
Oh, yeah. Why did we talk about Richard Sherman?
No, we did. And then I said next week we're talking about. That's why.
Oh, yeah, you did.
So this week, welcome to episode Noahidols podcast. That was pathetic. Episode 37.
I'm so weak.
What's his name? Episode
37 of the Noahidols podcast?
No.
You're Joe?
No. John Alexander! That's what I couldn't think of. John Alexander.
Hey.
Wow.
Never mind.
No, but we are back on Western.
Give me episode what?
Hey.
Episode 37.
No, fuck all that.
Parent. No, fuck you.
No, we need to redo this.
Oh, okay.
Go.
I'm drunk.
Those Mike memes. Hold on.
He won't stop talking.
Hold on.
But I'm saying put it on your face.
No, I don't care. Right. Those Mike memes, top 3.
Yeah,
top 1. Top 1. The one with the headphones. Mike!
Hey, bro.
You seen that?
Oh, yeah. White lady.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's just
all of these Mike memes is the one where he's looking at the phone like, and he gets weak as fuck, bro. Oh, my God. Those memes are so hilarious.
Nah, bro. Somebody had the
iPad.
The iPad, he said...
It'd be like LeBron says he's the guy.
That was funny, but this one,
that was hilarious.
This one, it was Jordan looking at the iPad, and it was like a page with like jeans on it, and it was all big baggy jeans.
Exactly.
He was like,
my type of shit.
Hey, can we all agree that memes will never be as funny?
Can we all agree
we
all agree his fashion fell off?
no, mine can't. Like, why were they just so badly dressed back then?
Yeah.
No, he wasn't.
He was soft.
Well,
What? All them big old suits?
That was boss shit back then.
Yeah,
They should have knew. Just have foresight.
Yeah, but we'll look back at these times.
No,
like,
Kenny's the worst.
Huh?
Kenny Smith
Yeah.
with his big suit. He still does it today.
No, that 2008 driving class, the worst.
Oh my God.
But y'all
They were
cannot.
swimming in them. It's like, what are y'all doing?
Allen Iverson's outfit.
Oh my goodness.
Them bitches is big, bro.
Like, did you
know
guys
why
not
they
understand?
Yeah, but Jordan.
What's wrong with y'all? But that was the style.
Yeah, and Jordan-
Y'all never had a 2X t-shirt
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that was back.
Nah, I never got the big way because I was always too little.
from
Yeah,
Low
I watched
Star?
Five.
Small was already
When was
big.
the last time you seen Friday?
No, please.
It's been a long time.
Man.
See it this morning.
And rightfully so.
Legendary.
Good, just as good. It's hilarious.
Yeah, but not really.
Yeah, it's not really.
I've seen
funny.
Friday
Once you
morning.
get older, it ain't.
I've seen Friday morning emo I've ever seen in my life.
That's pathetic. But
That is
whatever.
crazy.
My movie like that.
Oh no! Go.
No, this is. I'm trying to find something. Go ahead. This is.
Wait, you were talking about
Yeah.
the versus the weekend, right?
Yeah. The fuck is that?
It was something greater than
Oh yeah, that.
somebody greater than
Jalen
Bruno
always
Mars.
says that.
Hey,
Here we go. Look.
Yeah. Them big ass baggy
Pants that
Look
are
at his
wide.
face though. Pants are wide as fuck. Oh,
That is
Mike
crazy.
is in his
Look at
bag.
his-
Why would you type that in?
Oh,
I might get
shit.
3 of them.
Hey, that nigga's a cold motherfucker.
Man, that's a
Hey,
bad dude.
and what's crazy, and when at the last episode,
What'd he say? He said break.
Man.
Man.
The last episode, I was sad that we're not going to see, like, I love seeing Mike like this, bro. Especially, like,
Yeah,
since
just-
Kobe and
yeah.
shit. Like, I love seeing, I want Mike
Hold
to
on,
do
is that
every-
Mike's thumb or is that somebody else? Because that nigga, you did not win 6 rings with that thumb. Like, get the fuck real.
Yeah, you did.
I ain't said that Mike's thumb or
That's why
something
he
like
can
that.
switch and do it. Look at his thumb. I can't do that
Hey,
with my thumb.
please tell me y'all heard Joe Budden say that. Someone before he said something about thumbs, and they was like, yeah, you do got the worst thumbs. I said, I knew you knew. I knew he knew. There was no way he went through life having them fucking thumbs and not knowing.
I've never seen Roy's thumbs.
No, Joe.
No, Joe.
Oh, Joe got
Remember I
the
showed you
worst
Joe?
thumbs. Oh my
Joe
God.
said it. Joe was like, yeah, I got the worst thumbs. I'm like, thank God you know.
Joe's-
So I ain't have to be the one to break the
Hey,
news.
shout out to them, man. They're back podding. I was
Joe
really,
Budden in the crib,
I was
yeah.
really happy for them.
But shout out to who, for real?
Joe Rogan.
Yes.
Joe motherfucking
Calm down.
Rogan.
First off, let me
$100 million
introduce you.
man.
Yeah. Speaking of podcasting and the Joes,
That's
let's
beautiful.
talk about the big shark,
The real Joe.
the real Joe. Yeah, buddy.
Mr. Fear Factor himself.
Yeah.
He's a way surpassed that.
No, but that's OG shit.
That is OG.
Yeah, but
You knew Joe Rogan first from Fear Factor.
I did.
So didn't you?
Fact.
So didn't I, and so didn't we all. So we.
I wish we could talk about
Bro, I
Fear
don't even
Factor.
drink.
That show
I
was
literally
crazy.
I literally
Fear
forget
Factor
about
was
Fear Factor
crazy.
until somebody brings it up.
Fear Factor
When he was
was
on Fear Factor.
crazy.
Ain't that, bro? The stories Joe Rogan.
That's
had,
what I was just
I
thinking
could talk
in my
to
brain.
Joe for a million
Fear
hours.
It's like,
That's
nigga, you was
crazy.
on Fear Factor, so I'm sure
That's
you got
wreck.
stories off of that.
Right.
Alone, because
Yeah.
Fear Factor was wrecked.
Now, then he's a
They were
comedian.
eating
so
crazy
he's been that
shit.
like,
Doing
he's a whack
crazy
comedian.
shit.
But he's a good. But
Stop saying that though publicly.
He's not a good comedian. No, I'm gonna say that. I love Joe Rogan. You're
Yeah,
not
I
a
hate
good
when he
comedian.
says comedian. It's like, don't I look at you as a
No,
comedian.
people think he's
But
funny.
they do, so stop saying
No,
that.
he's a-
Who? I want to
No.
see a bit.
No, he's a comedian.
Hold
Like,
on.
comedians
if
don't
Dave
address a
Chappelle
comedian.
is
That's
riding your
true.
coat, you're funny.
No, comedians
Because
address.
Dave Chappelle, he don't give it up like that. Dave Chappelle don't fuck with niggas that he don't think is funny.
That's true.
That's not true.
No, that's true.
He might fuck with him. He might not think he's funny.
No, but they do comedies. They're going
they're
on a
like-
tour
they
They do
together.
just shows.
They're going on a
They're
tour
going on
together.
tour.
Agreed.
Like Wednesday.
That's
so.
agreed. But just because
And you
the
think
fuck-
Dave Chappelle's giving it up
just
like
because
that?
someone's funny, think someone
No,
else is
that's
funny,
true.
Don't mean they're
That's
funny.
true. I'm just saying. My point was to the respect level we got to give him.
No,
you
Joe-
need, you need to say.
No, I
don't
just
think
said
it's funny.
And,
You did clarify.
and comedians in that circle, Joe Rogan's highly respected. Let's get that right. He's been known
Okay,
for 20
that's all I
years.
wanted.
So I'm
But
saying.
how?
I'm just saying
It's beyond me.
the stories he had. I'm getting to that point that the stories he has in comedian world, another level.
Right.
Then like all the million fucking people he's talked to from every aspect of life.
Every aspect of
The
life.
story I could talk to Joe about just anything.
I done heard Joe talk on the podcast about when he would be like, when he would talk about how they would prepare some of the foods for Fear Factor. He'd be like, you don't even want to know. And they sit in the back, and it's just
I just
like,
don't understand how he
And
obtained.
UFC. I'm like,
And
bro,
UFC.
he's crazy, bro. Joe's really crazy.
And he's
Like,
really-
Joe's versatile as fuck, bro. Like, and I love Joe Budden because he's like in the industry and rapper and shit. But like Joe's like,
OG.
yeah, and I whoop the fuck out of you.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
let's not forget
total-
that part
it's,
too.
It's two different lanes.
Wow,
Like
wow,
when
wow.
if I'm on my hip hop shit or music
It's Joe
shit,
Budden.
I'm definitely going to Joe
Remember
Budden. But
Joe-
if I want news, like I do not watch the news. We talked about this.
yeah.
I go to Joe Rogan for like the current news and like what's going on.
Exactly.
And he's gonna do his part to try to get the most relevant person. If there's something big going on, he's gonna try to find the most relevant person during that time.
At the time, I love that about him because he's aware. The thing that I don't really agree with you, but I can see it. How you think that since Joe signed the deal that he's been a little, and like you always be saying that you have a beef with Joe because since he signed that deal that you think he's felt like not said as much and as much. No, I can see where I don't really necessarily agree with that, but I can see where you're coming from. Joe is so good at
Joe who?
Rogan. Yeah, Joe Rogan is so good at not giving. He can be your best friend, but if you say something on his podcast, he's gonna look at you and say, "Make sure that's a fact."
Right.
Like because he's gonna be like, make sure and he plays devil's advocate. I always play devil's. I love playing devil's advocate.
He just did it. Always did it to that guy I told you to watch that you gonna fuck with. He just did. He's just like, well. Because I can see the other. I don't know about that.
Because that's what people don't do on podcasts or anything.
They just always
they hear same talk and I'm just like, I see what you're saying, and that's it. And then it influences. If you play devil's advocate, then at least puts up for thought. Who do you think's more like? It gives you more of an option.
And I'm gonna give Joe even more credit. Sometimes he's not playing devil's advocate. Sometimes he's just like,
I really don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Are you sure? Exactly.
I don't think when I remember he was chopping John Jones up when he was up there. John Jones was up there trying to do his Lance Armstrong.
Yep.
Fumbling all over the place, and Joe's like, "You need to get it together."
Yeah.
Because I'm eating you up right now.
My point of the matter is, you think that Joe has kind of become more industry and not said things because
he's massaged a lot of relationships.
He's massaged. I don't think Joe does that. I think Joe is perfect at telling you I fuck with you hard, but make sure you're keeping it a bean. Yeah. And they respect Joe to the point where they ain't gonna fuck because he'll whoop your ass.
Even when
he'll call his bluff.
Yeah.
Even when he had dude on there, Alex Jones, he was like, "You need to relax."
Yeah, he be on that.
Yeah. Come back to earth a little bit because you're going off there.
Yeah.
I understand, but the people don't.
Shout out Alex Jones.
And the main thing that was big about that deal was that Joe's doing a licensing deal.
Man,
so he still owns all his stuff.
So let's talk about the deal real quick. Yeah. So what I know about it, like you said, for this time period, all his stuff goes with him to Spotify.
Beautiful.
Yep. He still owns. Now the way he owns is when he goes after his 3 years is up,
he can leave.
He takes all his stuff. Now what I don't know is I don't think that he takes
the Spotify stuff.
The podcast that he does once he's on Spotify.
The Spotify. The 3 years that
he has all ownership. What they did was they did a licensing deal.
Yeah, and that's just strange.
They can use his name.
Just use his name.
So he doesn't have to do Spotify presents Joe.
And I want y'all to know, and I know y'all to know, this is a huge moment in history for
sure.
Oh, bro, the biggest.
The biggest $100 million deal.
He just
per podcast.
The game up.
Do y'all understand?
$100 million deal.
Y'all understand how big that Jordan deal was? I mean, y'all understand how big that Jordan deal was, right?
When the shoes?
Yes, but then LeBron goes and does a billion.
$90 million a year.
But and we know how much bigger the Jordan brand is than the LeBron brand.
I condemned Joe Rogan before, and maybe it's because of the podcast.
Oh my God.
What I say?
Condemn. You say that.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that
condemn.
Because, like I told Stephen just a minute ago, what he said on that Fight Chance, he was a 4.5 hour podcast. He was all around his guys watching UFC. He said, "Guys, I love this. I'm smoking weed and drinking beers with my friends." I'm thinking bro, this is crazy that this man's getting paid $100 million to go inside and talk to the most interesting of people.
Right.
And
he's literally getting paid for shit that he should be paying somebody to do.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. And I mean, so ain't a lot of people for
well, that's the goal.
That's the goal. That is the goal.
That's why I've been telling y'all I want to do. And I know I changed my bullet. 5 years ago, I wanted to be a rapper, and then 5 years ago, I really thought I was going to the NBA. No, I really wish I could live his. I really wish I could be that big of a podcaster to where it's motherfucker, I get inundated with knowledge. He does what he don't got guests on that he don't want. All that information is he wants that.
Yep.
Yeah.
And he's just in his bunker, chilling,
smoking gas, drinking brews. My guys is here. What's up?
What else can you
and I don't got to move if I don't want.
What else?
I'm fine. Right. I'm paid. I'm fine.
Yep.
And I'm doing this.
Yep. What else do you got to ask for?
There's nothing else, and nobody controls no narrative over here. It's all my shit. This is the Joe Rogan enterprise.
So now let me get back to the contract. The one thing I fuck with him heavy about is, I don't know if you've been peeping recently, but he's been saying a lot of stuff that he can't talk about. YouTube's been taking a lot of his clips down. YouTube has been he's even been saying when what's the dude what's his guy's name? Jamie? Yeah, Jamie be pulling stuff up and he'll be like, nah, Jamie. He'll be like, Jamie, don't pull that up because of YouTube. He'll just make a slide joke, but being for real, don't pull that shit up. On this, I was reading the deal in the Spotify. When you get signed to Spotify, you talk about whatever you want to talk about. There ain't no taking me down, bitch.
Yeah, right.
I'm signed by these guys. These guys are okay with it.
Right, the government don't control me.
So he literally did and he literally got paid $100 million a year for stuff that he already wanted to get more comfortability with his conversations and have all his ownership. Like Joe fucked the game up. Like I don't think, but he fucked have all his ownership of his shit, bro.
I know how that happened.
To get paid that much money, like I can understand if he was like he gave all his thousands of podcasts and $100 million. I'm like, damn, but he was worth it. Right. He kept all his shit, y'all. That is crazy.
Licensing is what Disney created. Disney created that licensing thing to where, like, you see Marvel has Disney, but Marvel don't own Disney. I don't know if people know that.
Disney owns Marvel.
Right, but people at the end of Marvel Studios is a part of Disney.
Yeah.
Right. So Disney created that idea to where, here, you can slap my name onto this.
Right.
Boom. Yeah, but they still own all of that. That's literally all Joe did.
Yep.
And I kept seeing people saying like, he got signed to it.
And that's
if Joe Rogan is doing something, y'all better just know.
And on my mom, before I read because the first report was he just signed. I remember I shared it and I said, damn, I'm salty he signed. But if anybody knows what he's doing, I trust Joe. And then 2 days later, the contract came out and the details, I'm thinking, he fucked y'all up.
So do y'all think?
Get the bag.
Let's get into some good shit. Do y'all think that Spotify is? How do y'all think the numbers came out?
Google is getting crushed.
Hold on, no.
Wait, hold up. What are you talking about?
How do y'all think the numbers that were reported? Who do y'all think reported the numbers?
Oh, his contract numbers.
Yeah. Do y'all think Spotify was salty that those numbers came out?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe.
Because I don't believe Spotify reported that, right?
Because Spotify,
$100 million is a lot.
Well, Spotify, their revenue or their they made like a $5 billion game.
I was telling him about the video I sent you. That
they made like a $5 billion
24 hours.
game. So I gave you this little $100 million.
Yeah.
And we increased $5 billion.
But they're still salty about that because once you do that, how when Todd Gurley got paid, how in the NFL,
that's what I'm saying.
The market goes
he's agreeing with that.
Well, I'm agreeing. I'm like, they didn't want Joe. I didn't want y'all's podcasters to know that I just increased my $5 billion. So Joe Rogan's worth $5 billion
in 24 hours.
In 24.
Clarify that. In 24 hours.
Yeah, right. Spotify didn't want people.
If I was Joe Rogan, I walk around with the biggest dick. I'm telling you right now, like, big dick Joe for real on this bitch.
Hold on, but let me get to my point. Let me get to my point. So, what the most important thing of the whole deal to me that happened, and I was saying this before Joe Budden and them was saying it on the podcast, is that the numbers came out. Because this whole time, for however long this podcast and shit really been popping, they would always tiptoe around what they're making.
I was just talking to Hunter about, I found out how much I think Rory and them are making.
Yeah. We was just talking, because they
were talking about GoDaddy podcast.
Yeah, remember that, and they said they was getting paid $60,000, and me and Shane was thinking, how much you think Rory?
Well, Rory was like, they're just getting paid $60,000.
Yeah, so we was like,
and it was like, so you're making six figures.
Yeah, at least, because they're just getting paid $60,000.
And Joe was like, y'all sounding real privileged right now. Right. Y'all are sounding really privileged right now, because him and Maul were like.
So I know there's going to be think pieces out there on this Joe Rogan deal, and what this does is. Someone's going to be able to break down the numbers, crunch the numbers between his views, like the worth of how much. Why are you getting paid $100 million for the views that you're getting? And then we're going to be able to get a ballpark on what these podcasters are making.
There's some numbers coming out.
And I can't wait.
It's estimated that Joe Rogan was making
250,000 each episode.
No. Like 50 to 60,000 per regular episode, but them podcasts were like Elon Musk was like 250.
Right.
250
and
for
so
a podcast?
But we need to know
daily. Oh my god!
I need to know.
Bread.
I do UFC shit and I do comedian tour on the way too.
Bread.
By the way,
we can do this podcast in my car. I don't care.
I can't remember. So and that was like, who was he getting paid by during that moment?
YouTube.
So YouTube
on
average
YouTube.
pays you it's $1,000 for every.
Some crazy string.
Or $400 for every like $1,000 or 1,000
subscribers mean something too. Yeah. It's a weird.
Right. So I want to do the math one day.
Yeah,
that's
hard. I don't know.
I'm sure I need a ballpark. I could be $100.
You get 500.
I could be a couple $1 million off. I just want a ballpark of what, and I want. Like Joe and them was hinting at it. Joe Budden and them was hitting at it like, this is so important that we found out how much he's making because they need to know.
They didn't even know. They were so open. It's like, I don't know what to ask for.
They don't, because no one ever, there's no, at least like with rappers contracts and NBA, you knew what it was.
Right.
So it's like, the next negotiator, I know what I'm going in there to negotiate. Yeah. I know what y'all think we're worth. We may be worth more.
I know they were like, what?
Let's get to the good stuff. How do y'all feel about this?
I love it.
No, I mean honestly, it's exciting.
I mean as podcasters.
Yeah, that's what I'm feeling.
Sign me the fuck up. for $100 million. I don't care about what y'all talking.
Yeah, but even to that point,
I told you the other day, I was thinking, this motherfucker's surpassed athlete money.
Yeah, that's
like
great.
People don't understand how much it's changed the game. Like,
but people also have to understand. I know podcasting is a new thing, but Joe Rogan's been doing this for 10 13 years.
Yeah, so his back catalog is worth.
That's the way. $100 million is.
That ain't gonna happen to nobody.
Joe Budden's not getting that.
No, close.
Y'all have to understand. But what we can do is we can start the gauge. He's a vet in this, like
the vet.
No,
he's the biggest fish. I mean,
he's
the biggest podcast. It's not close.
It's not close. And he's got the most tenure, the most experience.
Me and him was thinking, we was like, well, how much do you think Joe will get paid? And I'm thinking, well, he'll probably get maybe between all of them, maybe 20 million.
20, that's what I was thinking.
But then I was also thinking, Joe drops an episode in one day, 2.5 mil. They be dropping the episodes, they be getting like 200,000, 300,000.
I mean, but after a week or so, it'd be close to $1 million.
No.
No.
They have like one. They have a couple million. It's like Charlamagne has like 1 million. After every night you going to sleep, you get
even on like that Drake clip is like.
They're Pusha T's like not even $1 million, bro. And I'm telling you, it's like every day with this motherfucker.
With Joe?
With Joe. And because we're getting 10, we're getting 20.
He averaged 190 million downloads a month. Downloads. Averaged 190 million downloads per month.
That is, bro. If
for a year,
I'm walking around like, hey, I'm out here, bitch.
But he ain't like that because it's like, nigga, I do. Like, I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm fucking young niggas up. Like, nobody even barks up that tree.
I don't think
no one's ever barked up that. When niggas talk about podcast, the whole podcast game, they always refer to themselves like they're like he's in a different tier.
Except for Gilly's crazy ass.
He'd be like, it was Joe. But I'm saying the way everybody talks about Joe Rogan, they be like, the number one podcast, Joe Rogan, and then they talk about the rest of us in this pool.
Right.
But Joe Rogan, I'm way out of here. Like, don't even bark up this tree.
Well, like I said,
it ain't close.
The Spotify deal was good because they're not only paying for Joe Rogan with all his fans, they're paying for every fan
of the guests.
You have no idea who guests he has.
And he used that as leverage.
Everybody.
He used that as leverage. He's like, y'all motherfuckers don't know who I'm going to have on, so y'all better run me my shit.
And I can have
Elon Musk.
And I can have whoever
anytime I want.
Right.
By the way.
Elon Musk don't sit down with nobody except me twice.
Right. So
the connections Joe got, I'm thinking saying
that's why Spotify's a genius.
He's smooth.
Oh yeah, they fucked Apple up.
Yeah,
they fucked Apple up.
Man, this is good because I'm excited to see who's the second, third, and fourth, and fifth because it's just like the NFL. Whenever you see a quarterback get signed, you see some whack quarterback.
Do y'all think podcast
the next million?
Do you think podcast deals will start coming out how they do with athletes?
Yeah.
How like when they sign like the
everybody,
well, the Bill Simmons.
That's like gamers.
Before Joe Rogan just did this, Bill Simmons just signed to Spotify.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm about to say is. You're starting to. I feel like this was strategic for a lot of companies.
Good.
Because if you realize a lot of people's contracts are coming up like right in this area. That GoDaddy thing, Gil and them just signed. Joe Budden and them are getting ready to sign. Bill Simmons, Joe Rogan. Like I feel like a lot of the companies didn't know what to pay.
Right.
They had no idea. I said, can you imagine Joe going into that building like, I want 100 a year.
Right.
I want 100 a year. Like. Can you imagine how crazy they probably say $100 million a year?
What do you mean?
Nuts. And then he had some motherfucker. He had Jamie on the motherfucking analytics thing.
The craziest thing. The craziest thing is.
Yeah. It's like that.
The craziest thing is still, like if there had to be some middle ground in that deal. Somebody shot for probably 120 a mil.
Oh,
somebody said 90 a mil.
No doubt about it.
Right.
There's negotiation.
Yeah, right.
They dialed back to 100.
They settled on 100.
Right.
Joe probably not.
Hold on. Don't let me lose my thought. So, what do they know though? How much is a podcast really worth then? If they settled for that?
Well, Joe Rogan's worth $5 billion
in 24 hours.
So he could have asked for $500 million.
Yeah.
Bro, if you would have came out talking about I would have shit myself, y'all.
It's like for a podcast? I ain't even doing nothing.
The influence that
because that's the big thing.
About influence. He got so like it's been that way for before I was even watching it. Everybody knew about Joe Rogan.
This is crazy. Like,
and like the guy, the chef, the farmer that was just on there, Joe at the end was just like, I really hope people watch this and end up start to get into agriculture and all that. He was just like, the guy looked at Joe, was like, with the help of you, Joe, hopefully they will. And he said, with the help of you, they will, Joe.
Fact.
And that's how motherfuckers go up there as a promo run. That's a promo run.
Oh my God.
That's the biggest promo run.
Wait, hell yeah.
To get on Joe Rogan?
And it's like, nigga, if I want to change the world, I'm going to Joe Rogan's podcast.
I got 2 million views in 24 hours. Bet. If it's good, I might have 5.
Right.
Right, the news clips ain't good in that.
No, bro, it's so, bro, it's just so crazy. Even like us, it's fun and games. We get
like to where politicians are hey Joe, can I come up to and explain myself? Elon Musk had that Twitter rant. Joe said I hit him up like, hey, do you got to get something off his chest? Elon Musk basically hit Joe up.
Yeah.
See, yeah, for sure.
That's where I'm going to get shit off my chest. Elon Musk.
Because that's the place that's 190 million.
See, my thing
and it's free. It's I can say whatever the fuck I want.
But Joe Rogan don't feel like that. And I don't know this, but as we all know Joe. Joe's open-minded. Like, Joe's humble as fuck. He's open-minded. He's like, the amount of influence he has on his podcast, he probably is thinking like, yeah, I know guys, but like, he don't feel like it in another person.
I'm just
Even
chopping
like
it
us,
up with
we get 40, 50 views, y'all. But
Shh, don't say that out loud.
I'm saying the fact that we might influence one person, ain't that kind of crazy? Can you imagine having a whole bunch like 100,000 viewers and like it's podcast coming here talking shit like we are now? I got 5 brews, I got a couple L's. And my shit right now with influence and like
that's what he be saying.
That's crazy.
He be saying that like, motherfucker, I be drunk. Like,
I be faded.
I don't know nothing about this political shit. I'm drunk. Like, don't listen to me.
Disclaimer.
I'm drunk.
He be saying, he be like, nigga, I just had 5 brews. Like, please don't listen to me when it comes to Bernie Sanders. I don't know what the fuck. I'm drunk.
I'm clowning my guys.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Because he knows like somebody would really take what he said.
I'm kicking it with my niggas.
Man.
Don't worry about it.
That's why there's a whole big, because I don't know if y'all seen it, but there's a whole big.
So much money
there's a whole big,
to do this, sit on the couch.
There was a whole big fight on
Jill.
Twitter last week, or probably a couple days ago, about Joe Rogan, and everybody's pulling up his old clips of him being racist, saying the nigger.
Who?
Joe Rogan.
He said that?
Oh,
Yeah,
twice.
of course.
When he first began in comedy, and people was pulling it up. It was a big ass thing on Twitter.
I hate people.
They're like,
Joe
Rogan, the racist one? And everybody's like, racist? And, let me show you. And then start putting the old clips out and shit like that. That was on Twitter just last week. I mean, there's been that sentiment. Like, he's also has...
Really never heard of Joe Rogan?
Yeah, he got... Joe...
What?
You would think Joe ain't got no... He got... There's groups out there that think he's very right-winged, like, and not non-liberal, and, like, Donald Trump, he's real conservative and stuff like that. He be on the podcast like, y'all, I am not, like,
I am middle.
Yeah.
I'm middle. Like, I do agree with some of that shit. I do agree with hunting and shit like that, but I also agree with Bernie Sanders.
Yeah,
right?
he don't understand. He doesn't believe that people should have, like, crazy ARs and stuff like that. He be saying,
but people be saying the guests,
gun rights.
Gun rights.
they be saying the guests that he be bringing on there be right wingers, and he's always agreeing with them. Like, he do be bringing some, like, some MAGAs on the show.
MAGAs.
That don't openly, and that's fine.
That's why I love about
and that's what he be saying. I can have a conversation with anybody. I don't gotta agree with him.
And this is crazy. This might be cynical, not cynical, but I don't know the word. So can I. That's how I feel. I know that's how you feel. I can have a conversation with whoever.
Right.
You're not gonna influence me if I want you to influence me. I promise.
Right.
I promise to God. Like if I'm disagreeing the whole time, I'm like, okay, like get your shit off.
Yeah. Right.
But like, you're wrong.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna tell you that, but I'm like,
that's what
I'm listening.
Yeah.
to convince me, you gotta be. To convince me, it's gonna be. You gotta present facts. You gotta you gotta Alex Jones me to be like. It's hard to convince me, so I'm confident in myself. So I know when he does that, it's like he's just being fair game. Like, why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah, it's wide open.
I don't care who comes on this podcast. Well, I'm not gonna say that.
No, that's not true. I know for a fact, one person you said I don't want that person on this podcast.
Well, there's a couple.
There's a couple of them, but
there's a couple of them.
Well, I'm talking about a female.
But people, I mean, you know.
I know. Y'all talking about y'all want females on this podcast all the time. I remember saying, you should get her. He was like, don't want her at all. Don't care what she's got to say.
Name, he's going to bleep it out. Oh, yeah, she's the worst.
You had to say it all loud.
I was saying how I was talking.
And who else?
But what's crazy that she was here, I wouldn't have her.
No, you wouldn't be disrespectful because that's not who you are.
No, I'm saying if she was here, we'd have a good podcast.
I bet. Definitely. But you don't want her. You said, I don't care what she's got to say.
Yeah, I don't.
Which is right.
I would rather someone with her same like message come on here. Is what I'm saying. The message is pure.
Why?
All I'm saying is, what do y'all think?
You want a bad bitch?
This goes into effect September 1st?
What? September 1st.
September 1st. How is this going to look with the audio on Spotify?
No, they're setting up
video.
The video, that's what I meant.
What do you mean, how's it going to look?
I think
how's it going to look?
It's going to look good.
I mean, I'm saying...
That's another thing he's innovating. So this is why we were...
That's what I'm saying. Like,
he's creating a whole new lane.
That's what I'm saying. Because they're talking about, I was telling Hunter and his brother, that here shortly, like, artists are going to be exclusively premiering videos on these Apple Music and like, it's not going to be on YouTube.
Yeah, no.
I mean, it'll come to YouTube last.
Google's about to get crushed. This Joe Rogan's about to be the domino effect of being crushed. Yeah. Is that what you said happening? I can see.
Conspiracy Stephen. if that happens, watch out for the scandal, Joe. If he takes down Apple,
Joe Rogan,
they're gonna fuck him up.
Man, they're gonna tear him up.
They're gonna fuck him up
because if Spotify's gaining $5 billion, somebody lost it.
Yeah, it's also true.
Google.
Somebody lost it. That's all I'm saying. And I don't want to lose $5 billion.
Apple's gonna send those hitmen because they got them.
The only not good part,
My tooth hurts.
the only thing that's not that bad about that is
Joe Rogan's bunker caught on
we
fire.
we live in a woke generation. So like you just said, be ready for it. There's other people who like you, like me, like Shane, who if a scandal comes out, I ain't believing it. If it's like if
right, but I'm not. I mean, it could go. I mean, with that type of money on the line, it ain't gonna be no scandal.
It's real life.
It ain't gonna be no scandal. It ain't gonna be no.
This is really happening.
You mean life or death?
It's gonna be like a yeah.
Oh, like
I hope
bunkers
not,
on fires with.
I hope not. That would be some.
Yeah.
I would really be.
I mean, with that type of money on the line,
but
it would be a scandal like a car accident or something like that. But I'm saying it ain't gonna be no scandal like, oh, he raped
cheating
you.
and shit.
No, it ain't. It's gonna be like, no, nigga, we're taking you out.
Yeah,
right. Because I need my $5 billion back.
No, we're taking you out. That's how business is, bro.
It's $100 million to get my $4.9 million back.
I want to make my own country.
So Joe, shout out to you. You got big. Everybody said you got big kahunas, and you did because you know what you're going up against. Too.
Yeah.
Well, it's no coincidence.
He knows. That's the thing.
He knows. More than he knows.
More than all y'all.
He's like, here we go.
Here we go. And he's like, fuck y'all. But the thing about Joe is, he got motherfuckers on his team. And don't ever trip like he don't.
Right.
Cause don't ever trip like he got motherfuckers on his squad. Like he got connects in all. Like he got connects. Hey, I'm Team Joe, and I'll beat motherfuckers' ass for Joe Rogan. I don't give a fuck. If we ride like that, let's ride like that. I don't give a fuck.
Fact.
You want a piece of that pie?
Man.
It's no coincidence though, like that shortly after that, Google knows it's up and they bought Giphy.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
Giphy's like, okay, hold up.
Facebook.
They bought it from Facebook. Who owned it first? No, Giphy was a company.
Yeah.
And I believe it might have been Google. Let me double check that. I just know that Giphy got bought.
It was crazy. I knew Google on YouTube, but I didn't really put that together until that deal just happened. I'm thinking, damn, Google.
Oh yeah, Google's Google bought Giphy.
GIF platform.
Why you calling it
Giphy? Why you calling it Giphy?
That's the actual name of the company.
GIF is
Giphy is the company.
Okay.
But no, I was telling Hunter and them earlier that the other play in this is that obviously in order for you to get Spotify and stuff like that, you need like your Apple ID and stuff like that. So Apple is still getting a cut out of this check.
Well, they're the main guys.
They're the main
iPhones. We're Apple iPhones.
Right. And they're still like Spotify and I are still dealing with Apple.
Yeah,
in some way or another. And so Apple's just like, go ahead and do the
Apple's got our cell phones that we download Spotify on.
Right, go ahead and do the dirty work for us and we'll just collect the big checks.
Right. On the back end.
That's a different fucking level.
Although I was telling them, from a business aspect, you want to really step on your competitor. If you don't want to give somebody leverage like that, because I was telling them, eventually, if Spotify keeps making moves,
they're not gonna get that big though.
But
as Apple,
I'm not saying that big, but they could get big enough to where they're like, okay, we're starting our own. It's not beyond the realm of possibility. Spotify can become its own entity and have a Spotify phone.
Yeah,
that's not. It may not be successful,
but you're right. They could do that.
But as of right now, on the team. Why not? Because you have to come here to.
But Apple, we got to understand that.
No, Spotify's like Jordan when it comes to brands. Like people are sold out to Apple.
People compare Spotify to Apple Music.
Right. Not Apple. Not the corporation.
Apple Music.
Right. Because
that's
Apple
one separate
is a lifestyle.
Apple's the only stockholder you can buy stocks, and you probably know this. Apple don't pay dividends. At the end of the year, after every end of the year, if you have a stockholder for them, they'll pay the dividends and shit. Apple's the only one, you buy stock in them, and it's like a privilege.
It's like, we let
you buy stock, it's a privilege.
Right, that's your dividend, motherfucker.
Right.
We don't give a fuck what y'all doing. You don't gotta buy us. We don't care. We'll be fine. We're motherfucking Apple, bitch.
Right. So I don't know. That's cute dividend.
Yeah, it could definitely happen. If they get Joe Rogan, they sign.
I'm not saying they'll be compared. No. Don't misconfuse. I'm saying Apple, regardless, does not want that. They don't want.
Okay.
I'm not saying they'll ever be comparable because once Spotify grows into its own thing, I don't know their negotiation, but once it releases itself out of the claws of Apple, then they're not getting that money from Spotify. That's what I'm saying, and that's big. That's big to the bottom line.
That's a lot of money.
Spotify's bringing a lot of money.
A lot of money.
So I mean, you don't want to lose that regardless.
You don't want to lose that. So I'm saying, you don't want to also give Spotify the leverage by letting them sign all these, big.
But the main thing, I mean, we can close that out. The main thing that is about that is that that's why branding obviously is so important, because to Khalil and I's point, and obviously your guys' point, Apple itself is going to be okay just because the name Apple rings bells.
I told him, I said Spotify could drop
the name Apple.
Spotify could drop a phone doing 10 times things better new. Don't matter.
It don't matter. Samsung be coming out with
Galaxy's phones are much better.
They're much better than Apple.
You don't care about
that. Close.
None of
It's
that.
not even close.
I
know people make jokes like the camera.
No.
Samsung phones.
Much better. They run faster. There's a better processor inside of it. But I have an iPhone. I don't care about getting no Galaxy.
Which tells us more about people, but let's not go to that.
Literally. Right. Branding is important.
Yeah, it is.
And
it tells us more about people for sure.
Facts.
They're telling us this is much better than this. Don't care. I want the one that's not as good, which is horrible. Why would we do that?
All it tells us,
and it's cheaper.
All it tells us is Epstein is alive, and
there's a Jeffrey Epstein doc coming.
Steve Jobs.
Pizzagate.
Let's talk about it.
Pizzagate.
I don't know. I only know what you know from that little doc. I ain't going to it.
I've looked
Speaking
a
of
little
pizza
bit more,
dog,
crazy.
Have you? You know what the Pizzagate is?
No, but we don't want to talk about that.
It's kind of crazy.
No, you would want to.
I don't know what it is.
You would want to.
Yeah.
Epstein is still alive.
I'm about to look into it next week and let's
Steve Jobs.
Because I ain't scared.
Steve Jobs.
We have 40 viewers. Get rid of it.
Say it again.
Steve Jobs.
Them emails is nuts.
It's leading us up. Never mind.
It's scary.
Them emails is nuts.
It's scary, bro.
You hit the pizza.
No, not at all.
Pizzagate is that white motherfucker that you already know. It's just a code name. Fucking with them little kids and how they're disgusting. But how they're running it is nuts.
But the crazy thing is who really be at that man. The people but the pictures.
Yeah.
I'm talking Obama.
Yeah, they're there. They know about it. They know all that.
Yeah, trust me.
I know
they're all part of a sex ring.
For sure. Which is crazy because
that's why when old dude got there, the comedian, we'll talk about it later. And he was like, I know Epstein's y'all's friend and everything.
Oh, yeah. But he's a clown. That was Bill Burr. He's a clown.
Yeah.
Bill Burr's a clown.
He got up there and everybody was like,
yeah. That's my guy.
It's called The Dark Side of Hollywood.
He's not supposed to say
Fellas, this is episode 37, and we are cutting out before they cut us out, the Illuminati.
Oh, no, get real.
Cameras are shaking, lights are going, flickering on and off. The
fuck the
Undertaker's in the other room.
We'll take the Illuminati on.
No, we won't.
We sacrifice you.
No,
we sacrifice you. We're the sacrificial lamb.
Mr. Naughty? That's Hunter Joseph Stewart.
Right.
Mr. Naughty.
Right.
Hunter Joseph Stewart.
My blood got Rockefeller blood in it, so.
No, it really don't.
I know, I'm pathetic.
I know.
And while I want that blood anyway.
Awful.
They're disgusting. But they do
They're literally
old as fuck.
reptiles.
But they be old as fuck. They be like 90 years. And if I'm a raw scene and I ain't got no money, that's just another story of my life.
But we know why.
Of course you never get it.
We know
Where's the blessing?
We know how they keep aging and being alive.
Yeah.
Where's the blessing?
We sure do. Get Out.
Not even Get Out. There's another one just about it. Selfless.
With a movie?
Yep, Ryan Reynolds and.
Oh, for real?
Yep, Ryan Reynolds and.
About organ harvesting?
No, it's not organ harvesting, but it's take this rich man.
That's crazy.
He puts his consciousness into a younger man.
Hey,
so I can live longer.
Hey man, I'll tell you all off the record.
Off the record?
Off the record.
All right.
Well, get us out of here because I want to know.
This was what episode?
No, we got questions.
It's 37.
No, we done. It's 2 hours.
We done.
We don't need questions.
Definitely done.
This is a good podcast.
And I wasn't trying to do that question anyway.
Thank God.
Thank God.
All right, whatever.
Thank God.
Close it out.
Cold skunk is gone. Okay. Yeah. All right, this is episode 37.
Gang.
We like to send shout outs to everybody out there still supporting us. Go get your Noahidols gear.
Facts.
Man, I need me a new hat, but I rock it every goddamn day.
Shout out Ashley Scrooge.
Yeah, hey, I love them. I love
a
that makes me for real happy. Like, I saw a message. She was like, "I didn't know you had a podcast." I checked it.
Instantly showed love.
I bought some gear. I watched a couple more. Y'all doing your thing. I'm like,
love
you for a while.
But shout out Ashley, man. I genuinely love.
We had a couple people like that who like for real watch us, who for real like fuck with us, and they go. I'm like.
But she the minute she found out she started watching, she threw it up there. She was like, "Y'all are good."
Right.
I said, "Yo, we got a website," and then she threw it up there. And I said, "Wow."
Right. And what's crazy, what I loved about it, anything I saw you was like you said I'm gonna send you a picture. You said no, you said I'm gonna send you a shirt. She was like, I want you to send me a shirt. I'm gonna buy it. That's what I'm like.
That's real.
That's real.
Because people want free stuff.
Everybody wants free stuff. Who doesn't want?
That's all right. I'm about to get me a new one. The camo one's hard and I need it.
Because he's got one of the OG jerseys.
OG, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, get us out of here.
Y'all are nasty, man. This is episode 37.
Why you keep calling them nasty?
They're nasty, man.
Why?
My brother's to the right here. That's Joe. That's K. Scott.
Gang.
That's Mr. 007 in the building. This is episode 37. As we like to say, peace, love, and all the above. We're out.
Get real.
Hey.